Good evening and welcome to Big Z Sports presentation of high school football. Tonight, the Kime Company, DAC Vitamins and Minerals, the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, and Right Mark Roofing presents the Indian Valley Braves hosting the Garaway Pirates. Tonight's game is also brought to you by the First National Bank of Denison, TMK Valley Propane, and Wood Electric. Now, let's head to the Hartzler Quality Housing Mobile Studio for the best coverage of high school football with Big Z Sports.
Week 7 of the high school football season lives right here on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. Joining you live from Jeanette Hutton as the Indian Valley Braves host the Garaway Pirates in an always classic IVC clash. Good evening, everyone. Nick McWilliams, Shannon Thomas. We will be your broadcast crew. Daniel Adams will be on the sideline doing social media, as well as Drexel Weber. And I got to say, Shannon, we know what football atmospheres feel like in the month of October. They don't get much bigger than this.
No, and to tell you how big this game is, you know, I sent Nick a text earlier today. He says, hey, I'll pick you up at 4:45. We'll head down that way. You can beat the crowd. Well, guess what?
We didn't beat the crowd.
We didn't beat the crowd. We got here at 5 o'clock, and the lines were already long to get in. People had to move so we could get through the gate. There's still a long line. There's been people out in the parking lot tailgating for a while. I mean, there are cars everywhere. They're actually using golf carts from Willowdale Golf Carts teamed up with them to help. They're shuttling people over to the stadium. I mean, the atmosphere tonight is going to be huge.
Yeah, I mean, it's already an electric feel as the parking lot is getting jam-packed here from Jeanette Hutton. And what else do you expect? It's a 5-0 Indian Valley team. It's a 5-1 Garaway team. And we know what this is at stake here for the IVC. Yes, there's still plenty of weeks to play. You still got 3 other games after this one. But let's be honest, we know that these are the two Goliaths, really, of this side of the IVC. You could be determining a lot here tonight with a win.
Yeah, huge implements coming out of this game tonight. And you know the people down at Ridgewood, they got their own business to take care of tonight. But you know at halftime somebody's going to be looking to see what the score is, because the winner of this game tonight still controls their own destiny for the IVC championship. But Ridgewood looms for Indian Valley next week and Garaway week 10. So, I mean, I'm not taking anything away from any other teams in the IVC South, but tonight is, you know, this is huge on the IVC title.
It certainly is, and it's just huge outside of that, too, because even though it's a conference rivalry, it's just a rivalry that goes back. You know, this is something we expect every single year for an Indian Valley Garaway showdown to be a fantastic clash. No matter what, throw records out the door, all that kind of stuff. We know that this game always has that little extra edge to it.
Yeah, it's always been one of those really physical teams, and both coaches have said before, one thing about playing each other, it gives us that playoff atmosphere before we ever get close to the playoffs. You know what the physicality is going to be when these two teams get on the field together, and it just prepares them for the rest of the season.
And you got to have those kind of games at this point of the year in order to get yourself ready for that slate into the postseason or even in the later into the conference season. So looking at the tail of the tape for both these sides, Indian Valley, as we mentioned, a perfect 5-0. Shannon, only the second time they're playing a home game this year. That was something that head coach Matt Lancaster said in the pregame. They were so appreciative just to get back here to Jeanette, and they've been road warriors this year.
Yeah, they get out of school, the first thing they got to do is go to the field house, get on the bus, and leave. Well, today they had some extra time to figure out what they had to do, and it just kind of makes the kids a little more antsy, a little more jumpy. They don't know what to do. They're out here just bouncing around this and that. It's not a long trip for Garaway. You know, it's only about a 25, 30-minute trip right down, 39, 77, and they just Garaway always travels well with their fans. They're already starting to fill up over there. And you always got to feel bad for away fans when they go to any stadium, because, they're going to be the ones looking into the sun for the first quarter. But the sun's dropping pretty fast behind us, so hopefully they ain't got to stare into the sun too long.
I'm not going to have any complaints as the sun continues to drop here. Neither you or I are going to.
No, I didn't bring no sunscreen with me, and I'm already kind of getting warm.
On the other side of the coin for the Garaway Pirates, coming in at 5-1, had a rough outing against Gerard earlier on in the season. But I think the resume from the other 5 games maybe could make you believe that was maybe just an anomaly for a game where things just did not go right for the Pirates, because this defense has been stingy since then, and the offense has been able to put up some pretty big numbers as well. So this is a Garaway team, again, always a tough team to play out of the IVC.
Well, I haven't followed Garaway a whole lot this year because we have our own games on Friday nights, but I do know Garaway was banged up on the defensive line a little bit in the beginning of the season. They lost a couple players. They slowly been coming back. And from what I understand, I think they're all back right now. I'm not 100% sure.
Well, you'll hear from head coach Jason Wallach about that coming up in our coach interviews.
So I got to listen because I wasn't over the coach's interview. But I do know on film of what I've seen that this will be one of the better defensive fronts that Indian Valley has faced this year. I mean, even though they played Green and they played Steubenville, I still think Garaway is better up front than those two teams were. The Indian Valley offensive line, they'll have to make some adjustments tonight and see how things go out for them.
Yeah, and I know that you and I are anxiously anticipating how this one's going to play out. It's got that vibe of a playoff atmosphere, like we said. Both sides of the stands filling up here quick. This might end up being standing room only by the time it's all said and done with everybody who's packing into this stadium. We look forward to bringing it to you right here on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. Alternatively, also going to be live at 99.9 WTUZ coming up here in just a little while. The guys back in studio wrapping up the TMK Valley Propane Big Z Sports Show before we will join them and bring you this broadcast on the radio and on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. Indian Valley and Garaway coming up here live with Big Z Sports.
Hey, other guy's insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course. At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
Hi, I'm Crystal, General Manager at Loudon Motors Ford. I invite you to stop in and feel the difference of shopping for your next vehicle with our friendly, non-commissioned sales staff, or the personal touch that you will receive from one of the last family-owned and operated dealerships for nearly 100 years. So my question for you is, when will you experience the crystal clear and Loudon Clear Advantage right here in sunny Minerva, Ohio?
Technology shouldn't slow us down. It should move us forward. At LodgeVision Technologies, we've been helping local businesses for over 12 years on US 62 in Winesburg, solving tech problems and making everyday operations easier. And we're here with custom IT solutions that just simply work. At LodgeVision, it's people first. That means service with integrity, professionalism, and genuine care. Call 330-234-5025 for your free consultation today. LodgeVision Technologies, local IT, real solutions, people first.
Spring and summer bring big events, graduations, yard sales, and tournaments. The Educational Service Center Print Center is your go-to for sponsor banners, yard signs, and custom graduation packages with invitations, envelopes, and thank you cards. And when it's time for sports, the ECO Center in St. Clairsville is the perfect venue for AAU and JO tournaments. With spacious seating, plenty of parking, and easy access to hotels and restaurants, it's your one-stop arena for wrestling, cheer, and more. Plan your next event with us on the court or in print. Find out more today online at ecoesc.org.
Newtown Mall provides you a one-stop shop for anything you need. You can shop the latest fashions at Kohl's, Maurice's, or Marshall's, get your sporting goods at Dunham's or Dick's Sporting Goods, or redo a room in your house at Ashley Furniture. Find all these stores and more for yourself and experience Newtown. Plus, you can sign up to be a Newtown Mall VIP and follow your favorite stores so you're the first to know sales, giveaways, events, and more. To sign up and to see all that's happening, visit newtownmall.com.
Want to stay warm in your vehicle this winter? Call the Remote Start Pros at Cartoons and Accessories in New Philly. With over 15,000 units installed over 18 years in the market, Cartoons in-car experts have the expertise to get the job done right. Cartoons carries a full assortment of remote starts that give you any desired range needed to warm up your car from anywhere. We also do diesel vehicles as well as standard shift vehicles. So don't delay. Call Cartoons today and schedule an appointment and stay warm all winter long. Cartoons at 517 West High Avenue in New Philly. 330-339-2006. Be there.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. For the past 30 years, the residents in and around Tuscarawas County have made the call to the realtors and staff at McInturf Realty for buying and selling of residential and commercial properties. We truly live in a great community, and in all of these communities, there is nothing better than high school football. For myself and all the agents and staff at McInturf Realty, we would like to wish all the area athletes good luck this season. And make the call to McInturf Realty at 330-364-SOLD.
Simona Bolteron is a global leader in plastics technology, manufacturing thermoplastic products for industries such as aircraft interior parts, medical device housings, wall coverings, general thermoforming, and many more. Simona Bolteron, a company like a friend, is proud to be a part of the community and wishes all local athletes good luck and have a great year. For more information, visit them online at bolteron.com. Simona Bolteron, 1 General Street, Newcomerstown.
Let the experts at Bear Carpet One in Sugar Creek help you pick out the right window treatment for you. Bear is now carrying Alta Window Fashions. Their cost-effective, made-in-America blinds and shades come in many styles. Honeycomb, roller shades, wood, faux wood, aluminum, and vertical blinds. Even custom shutters in many fabrics and materials. Alta blinds and shades can be automated through a remote, smartphone, or even voice. Come check out Bear's Alta display. Bear Carpet One, just off Route 39 in the Salzburg Plaza in Sugar Creek.
Hi, this is Zarek with Dover Philly Heating and Cooling. How healthy is the air you breathe? When air quality outside is bad, you can breathe easy inside your home with air purifiers, high-quality air filtration, and other fine products from Dover Philly Heating and Cooling. We are your local trained comfort specialists in downtown Dover, providing 24-hour emergency service since 1981. For all your home comfort needs, call us at 330-343-5511. We look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.
The Tuscarawas County dairy farmers want you to know that low-fat chocolate milk is a great choice for student-athletes and hard workers. It provides the nutrition needed after practices, games, or a hard day at work, and it tastes great. Low-fat chocolate milk is packed with carbohydrates for energy, proteins to repair muscles, fluids to rehydrate, plus vitamins and minerals to help build strong bones and bodies. It's the official beverage of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Tuscarawas County Dairy Farmers. Farms, family, food.
The American Professional Truck Driving School by Buckeye Career Center offers hands-on CDL training and expert-led classroom instruction to prepare you for success. Already trained elsewhere? No problem. Complete testing on-site at U.S. America CDL Test Center by Buckeye Career Center. Register for training or to take your CDL test by calling today. Get the skills, get certified, get on the road with Buckeye Career Center.
Are you a compassionate caregiver looking for a career with purpose? Second Family Home Care and Support Services is now hiring home health aides and STNAs. We offer competitive wages, flex time scheduling, and employment rewards because we believe in supporting the people who support others. Start your journey with a company that truly cares. Visit careers.secondfamily.com to apply today or contact them at 740-462-3152.
Gillen Body Shop knows that when their business is needed, it's never planned and it can cause quite the inconvenience. That's why Gillen Body Shop makes the process as easy as possible for their customers by making sure the work is completed right the first time. Gillen Body Shop has experienced staff that give all completed work a 100% guarantee. So when those unplanned repairs to your vehicle are needed, there's only one choice. Gillen Body Shop on Cary Avenue in New Philadelphia. Find them on Facebook.
The Sarchone name has always been known for truck sales, and once you see our inventory, you'll understand why. At Sarchone Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Dalton, you'll find the largest selection of new trucks and SUVs in the area. Shop our inventory at sarchonecdjr.com or stop in and visit us on the corner of Route 30 and Route 94 in Dalton. Sarchone Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Get your own at Sarchone.
Good evening and welcome to Big Z Sports presentation of high school football. Tonight, the Kime Company, DAC Vitamins and Minerals, the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, and Right Mark Roofing presents the Indian Valley Braves hosting the Garaway Pirates. Tonight's game is also brought to you by the First National Bank of Denison, TMK Valley Propane, and Wood Electric. Now, let's head to the Hartzler Quality Housing Mobile Studio for the best coverage of high school football with Big Z Sports.
It is week 7 of the high school football season, and it is here live on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel and at 99.9 WTUZ as the Indian Valley Braves host the Garaway Pirates from Jeanette Hutton. Good evening, everyone. Nick McWilliams and Shannon Thomas, your broadcast crew for today. Shannon, we already said on our YouTube live stream on our initial scene set, we know how big this game is going to be for both these sides. Not just in the IVC, but we're talking about postseason aspirations. We're talking about bragging rights. And if you didn't know how big this game was going to be, all you would have to see is how packed this stadium is from Jeanette Hutton. Right now, I don't think there's anybody left in any of the communities for Indian Valley, and I'm certain there's no one left in Sugar Creek up there for Garaway.
Yeah, this place it's absolutely going to be a sellout. Just the amount of cars that are out there, and it's going to be a good gate for the athletic department tonight, and we're in for a real treat of a football game.
We certainly are. The Braves come in at 5-0, the Pirates at 5-1. This is a showdown in the conference play that has been over the past, I don't know how many years, but it is always an intense game. It's almost one of the ones where you can say, to heck with the records, because you never really know what's going to happen. Indian Valley coming in here as the defending Division IV state champs. You could say they have the target on their back, of course, as also with the IVC championship last year. Garaway, they would love nothing more than to end that winning streak that the Braves have that dates all the way back to 2023. And let's be honest here, we know how good the Pirates can be, but would it even necessarily be playing spoiler if they could pull the upset tonight?
A lot of people would say they would be playing spoiler, but me, I look at things as this is two great football programs. Coach Wallach out there at Sugar Creek, Coach Lancaster here at Indian Valley. What they have done for these schools and their football programs in the last 20 years is bar none some of the best in the state. They get these kids to buy in at an early age. You go to the Pee Wee football games, and you see how excited those kids are, and they come to these football games on Friday night, and those kids grow up in that program, and all they want to do is play for those coaches, and they want to wear those jerseys and win those big games. So to me, it doesn't matter the records. It doesn't matter what these two teams did last year. It's all about tonight, and the better team will win, and we're the lucky ones to get to watch it.
We are so thankful that you're tuned in here with the Wood Electric pregame show as we are going to bring you wall-to-wall coverage, whether that's at 99.9 or on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. Down on the sideline, Daniel Adams, Rexel Weber bringing you some social media updates as well for both Indian Valley and Garaway. Shannon, we go back to last year's contest between these two teams. It was Indian Valley, obviously, with the undefeated season, who picked up the win in that. Garaway had their moments that they could have potentially picked up that win or could potentially took control of that game and made it a very different outcome. And I wonder for some of the Pirates if they're going to think back to that game last year and think, what could have been if we could have knocked off the eventual Division IV state champs?
I mean, it's in the back of their mind, especially the juniors who are seniors. Those guys' memory is real short about what happened. The incoming freshmen and maybe the sophomores, they remember, but they're probably a lot like, I was there for practice and I was there on the sidelines, but I wasn't in that game, so I might not remember that a whole lot. But I can guarantee you, Garaway, the seniors, have thought about that all week. They kind of want to go out and come out tonight and have maybe, I don't know if you want to say a revenge game, but a redemption game. They want to get that win back that they lost last year. Because like you said, it came right down to the end of the game. Garaway got the ball late and was trying to drive, and I think it might have ended off an interception or something. I can't quite remember that.
Something along those lines.
I know we were leaving our football game at Strasburg and was listening to it going down the freeway back to the station. So either way, it was a shootout last year, and we're going to find out here in about 30 minutes what this one's going to be.
We are looking forward to that live here from the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. We will step aside for our first break. When we return, we're talking with both head coaches, Jason Wallach from Garaway and Matt Lancaster for Indian Valley. Your home for IVC football is right here with Big Z Sports. Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has just what you're looking for, so your athlete has the best gear for the sports they play. Dumont's has a large apparel selection and can handle your customized screen printing as well as embroidery for your team or business. For sporting goods and for all your apparel needs, Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has everything you want to play and look your best.
You know what's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag with a Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, 4-piece nugs, Junior Hot and Crispy Fries, and small soft drink is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Unlimited time does not mean forever. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California and via third-party delivery. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
All the talks we've had over the years, including what you've told me about not using alcohol and other drugs, they stick with me. And believe it or not, they really do make a difference, especially at times that matter most.
Hey, want a drink?
No thanks, I'm good. So thank you, Dad, for talking and preparing me for what's ahead.
Thank you for talking.
For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov
or go to empowertusk.com.
Kinsey Excavating and Trucking is a family-owned and operated business in New Philadelphia. KET is a general contractor. They provide services to commercial and municipal clients. They employ local union operators and laborers. KET is dedicated to providing outstanding work using the latest technology and employing local individuals to positively impact Tuscarawas County and the surrounding area. Kinsey Excavating and Trucking proudly supports the Indian Valley Local School District and wishes all area athletes, musicians, artists, and students a successful season.
The completion of Tusky Deli's expansion project is near and is excited to offer everyone even more items. The deli has remained open throughout the construction to continue offering the lowest prices around on their deli items, along with their made-fresh daily soups, salads, sandwiches, and wraps, which is perfect for a lunchtime stop. You can find Tusky Deli on Facebook. The Tusky Deli is a proud supporter of Indian Valley Braves athletes and wishes them the best of luck in tonight's game.
When you think pizza, think of Meat Cheese Pizza, with locations in West Lafayette and Janaden Hutton to serve you. A Meat Cheese Pizza offers your favorite traditional pizzas, as well as specialty pizzas, subs, wings, and salads. Everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. Right now at a Meat Cheese, with the purchase of a large or an extra large pizza at regular price, receive a free medium cheesy bread. Try one today in West Lafayette or Janaden Hutton. Big city taste for a small city price. Learn more. Find a Meat Cheese on Facebook.
Hey there, football fans. For over 60 years, Hampshire Insurance has been a cornerstone of the Sugar Creek community. We specialize in home, auto, life, commercial, and farm insurance. With our friendly and efficient service, you can rest easy knowing Hampshire Insurance is providing a path forward when the unthinkable happens. Give us a call at 330-852-4087. Hampshire Insurance, proud supporters of high school sports and your trusted neighbors in Sugar Creek.
Let Sugar Valley Meats help you get ready for the game with all your tailgate favorites. Their retail store features the freshest, locally raised beef, pork, and chicken. Enjoy freshly cured and smoked meats from the Sugar Valley Smokehouse, along with bologna, hot dogs, jerkies, and more. They can custom cut your order, and all meats are dressed on site, all with everyday low prices. Sugar Valley Meats, State Route 39 to Dutch Valley Drive, turn right and go a quarter of a mile, celebrating 35 years of fresh, farm-raised, local meats.
Back to Janaten Hutton and your Wood Electric pregame show. The Indian Valley Braves host the Garaway Pirates. Week 7 high school football is here out of the IVC at 99.9 and on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. We'll go along the sideline with the coach, head coach Jason Wallach for the Garaway Pirates, brought to you by Eagle Machinery. Coach, week 7, I know this is always an exciting time of the year because you get those familiar opponents that you know oh so well when it comes to the IVC. And we were just talking, couldn't ask for better football weather in October.
No, absolutely not. I mean, it's week 7 and we're all out here still in our shorts and T-shirts and the sun's shining and beautiful atmosphere. Can't ask for anything better for a high school football game.
Now, whenever it comes to an IVC showdown, we know how much the physicality is going to be there. We know how much the competitiveness is going to be there. You guys taking on Indian Valley this year. We know what year they had last year, but historically, Garaway, Indian Valley, it's always a fantastic game. So what have you guys been talking about in preparation for this game?
Well, we just continue to worry about ourselves and try to get better each week because that's who we are. We're still, a very inexperienced football team. We were talking after our walkthrough tonight that, we haven't started the same 11 guys defensively all year, just whether it's sickness or injuries or just, guys not performing or whatever it may be. So, it's going to be a physical battle. It always is with Indian Valley, and our kids are excited and up for the challenge, and, we'll just keep chopping all night and see if we get that big redwood down.
Now, you mentioned about the inexperience, some underclassmen, but some underclassmen who are really stepping up in a big way. We've seen a lot of sophomores who have really made their names known in this Pirates program. That growth that you've seen from week 1 now to week 7, what have you seen the most out of that?
Well, it's what you expect out of those kids. I think last week we played 8 sophomores again, 7 with a lot of varsity time. So they're gaining experience each week. They're starting to understand the game a little more. But they're still young kids. Half of them don't drive. Probably most of them don't even drive yet. So, we're excited. We've got a really nice sophomore class, great compliment to our junior and senior classes, and those kids are working hard, and they've performed, decently well, and but we continue to get better each week.
Now, I know you're not, and most coaches, and you're not either one to talk about one player individually, but we keep seeing Matthew Fry's name being that pops up there all the time for Garaway. But a lot of it has to do with that success of whatever playmaker it is who's making the big plays and the scores. It comes down to offensive line play. How have you felt that your line's been doing, whether it's on offense or defense this year?
Well, we have not had our starting offensive line or our starting defensive line all year, and I'll continue tonight again. We brought back 3 defensive linemen, our 3 defensive linemen from last year's team, and they haven't been on the field together since week 1. So, and the same offensively, we haven't played real well up there. We thought that was going to be our strength, but a lot of that is we've had to move some guys around, and we'll be without Captain Senior Brady Miller again tonight. He'll be used if needed, but he had a knee injury 2 weeks ago, but he's cleared to play. But we'll see how things go. But yeah, those guys have taken it personal and have worked really, really hard. And the young guys that are starting on the offensive line for us have. Same thing. They've really started to study the game. They're really starting to understand their role. And we're getting better. We just got to continue to get better and hope to be playing our best ball at the end of the year.
Now, coming into this matchup, we already know with Indian Valley undefeated, you guys with just 1 loss. This could really paint a pretty interesting picture with the IVC as we get into week 7. Has there been any discussion about that related to this being with the league play and what the implications could be at the end of the year?
No, we just continue to worry about ourselves. That's been our main focus all year. And, we don't get too high, we don't get too low, we don't look forward, we forget about our past, what's behind us, and just continue to work on the present, and these guys have done that every day. They've done exactly what we've asked them to do, and whatever happens. If we're a good enough team at the end of the year to get in the playoffs, then we deserve to be in. If we don't get that opportunity, then obviously we're not a good enough team to get in. So we just continue to worry about ourselves and get better each and every day.
And finally, for you, Coach, biggest key to try to get a win here tonight, spoil Indian Valley's undefeated season?
Well, you just got to eliminate the big plays, and you got to slow down Grady because you're not going to stop him, and hopefully we can get to him before he gets started. Because once he gets started and gets into the secondary, it's been proven that nobody's bringing him down. He's fast, he's big, he's quick, and he's very physical. So you just got to hope to slow him down and get him moving laterally. I don't know if we can, but we'll do our best job and give it our best shot.
Appreciate your time, Coach, and as always, good luck to the Pirates.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Head Coach Jason Wallach for the Garaway Pirates, brought to you by Eagle Machinery. Stay tuned. Head Coach Matt Lancaster of Indian Valley is on the way on your Wood Electric pregame show.
Revolutionize off-roading for everyone with the all-new Ridge Crew side-by-side. A 4-cylinder engine delivers all the power your team needs to move heavy cargo or ride recreationally on challenging terrain. A fully enclosed cab with 2-row space and HVAC keeps the crew comfortable in every season. Command peak premium performance together.
See Exodus Cycles in Millersburg or online at exoduscycles.com.
Energize work and play with the Kawasaki Brute Force 450 4x4 ATV. With a 443cc 4-stroke engine, long travel suspension, on-demand drive systems, and LED lighting, this aggressively stylish midsize ATV leaves its class in a cloud of dust. Versatile, powerful, midsize. The Kawasaki Brute Force 450 4x4 ATV is built for what drives you.
See Exodus Cycles in Millersburg or online at exoduscycles.com.
Planning your next vacation or home improvement project and worried about managing expenses? CSB can help with that. Setting a goal is the first step to achieving your vision, and CSB's Money Manager tool helps you get started. Whether you are recovering from Christmas spending or preparing to send kids to college, the Personal Financial Management tool helps you set goals, track your spending, and monitor your progress. Money Manager is available within CSB's online banking. Check it out today. The Commercial and Savings Bank, member FDIC.
We invite you to discover Keim Home Center in Charm, Ohio. Keim is your destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. From renovation and building projects to custom millwork needs, our team of experts work with both homeowners and professionals to bring your vision to life. Visit Keim Home Center in Charm or online at keimhome.com. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
This is Brian Williams, commercial lender with the First National Bank of Denison. The day you decided to open your business, you planted the seed. As your roots become stronger, the First National Bank of Denison is here to help your business grow. Strong businesses make strong communities, and because we live, work, and raise our families here, your business benefits us all. Whether you need more space, equipment, or inventory, come see us today for your next business loan. We are a local bank with local decision makers, and your success is our greatest reward. At the First National Bank of Denison, we have our roots where others have their branches. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Every day begins with purpose. Every job begins with precision. At Rightmark Roofing, we don't just install roofs. We build trust and forge relationships. We understand that your roof is more than just materials. It's protection. It's peace of mind. That's why we use high-quality products and expert craftsmanship. With a sharp focus, our team is always ready to hit the mark.
Welcome back to your Wood Electric pregame show live here at 99.9 WTUZ and the Big Z Sports YouTube channel as it's an IVC clash here in Janayton-Hutton. The Indian Valley Braves host the Garaway Pirates. We'll go along the sideline with the coach, brought to you by Lindsay Adams State Farm Insurance Agency. Head coach Matt Lancaster for the Indian Valley Braves. Coach, a home game this late in the season, I know that's always a great thing, but when you consider how big of an IVC clash this is, I know you love that this is being played in Janayton this year.
It's just nice to be back at home general because we've only had one home game all season. Here we are week 7, so excited to be back at home here in Janayton, and we got a big one on our hands, as you said.
Now, with that in mind, I mean, you guys undefeated so far this season, and the fact you've played away from home so much this year, and the fact that you're coming in here with that record, I know that's a good reason for positivity for the Braves.
Yeah, we're excited. It's going to be a big crowd, a playoff atmosphere here, in the stadium tonight, and it should be a great game. Two good football teams going at it for a lot to say about the IVC. So we had a good week of practice, and we know they're going to throw some adversity our way. They're a good football team. They're well coached, and they do things right, and so we're excited for it.
Now, some of the earlier season tests, they were against teams you might not see necessarily all the time, whether it was Steubenville, whether it was Green. Now it gets to be a little bit more familiar, which everyone assumes that because you play them every year in the IVC. But every year there's new wrinkles, and I know there's new things to prepare for.
Yeah, and they do. They're one of the teams that does such a great job with that too. Garaway just adds new things and changes their schemes up just ever so slightly every year to make you prepare for something different and keep you guessing and make you practice for it. And once again, they've done that again this year. They get good, good players on offense. Their defense is always stout. It's nice to get back to some players, some teams that a little bit, in the league, rather than entirely new opponents. And so that's what we got here tonight.
Now, I want to talk about the offense here in a little bit, but defensively, and we shouldn't be a surprise, it's been a hallmark of Indian Valley football over the past couple of years. You have a defense this year that really is playing lights out, all 11, to the ball every single time. What's kind of been I shouldn't say change, because we know the defense has been good, but what are you guys doing better this year than maybe have been improved upon from last year?
I think you're giving our defense from last couple years a little too much credit than it deserves. But we did struggle on that side of the ball a little bit last year. Gave up points, and so that was a focus for us this offseason. And we got a lot of kids back on that side of the ball who are finally knowing their jobs and executing their responsibilities a lot better this year. So we've been pleased with how our defense is coming along. Getting some depth on that side of the ball too, but definitely having so many kids back is always a big thing.
Now offensively, no surprise, we're going to say the name Grady Kinsey, already over 1,000 yards for him this year. One thing that was almost surprising to me, we know how good Riker Williams is at the quarterback position. Hasn't necessarily been a name that would wow you in the stat column so far this year, but you guys always know that it's just one game or one play away before Riker can break it open.
Yeah, and if you look at the stats, we don't look at the stats that much, when it comes to that. Last week he had 1 carry for 1 touchdown. The week before that he had 1 carry for 1 touchdown. He's our quarterback, and so we're going to do things to protect him. In a game like this tonight, and a game against Green earlier in the season, he's going to get a lot more carries. He's going to get a lot more carries tonight, and we're going to rely on him a lot more. So the stats isn't necessarily anything that we look at. It's a long season, and we want to keep kids healthy. So whenever we can, we do. But he'll definitely have a say in what happens tonight.
And finally for you, Coach, the Garaway Pirates, what's at stake here with the IVC. What have you been talking about with your team, and what do you want to see the Braves do, maybe improve upon the most in order to get this win tonight?
Yeah, well, defensively, we can't have any breakdowns. The last couple years, we've given up big plays to this team. And it comes down to being 10 guys in one coverage and 1 guy not being, or not communicating our assignments and then not executing, and it ended up being a big play. We want to make them drive the length of the field. They got a good enough offense the way it is that we can't just make it easy on them, because they're going to take advantage of it if you take it easy. Offensively, sustaining drives and taking care of the football is big, and finishing drives is big too. A couple years ago, we were inside the 10 against these guys like 3 times, came away with no points. Their defense doesn't give up. The defense is good, so we're going to have to finish those drives tonight.
We appreciate your time as always, Coach, and good luck to the Braves.
Thanks, Nick.
Head coach Matt Lancaster for the Indian Valley Braves, brought to you by Lindsay Adams State Farm Insurance Agency. Stay tuned. We wrap up your Wood Electric pregame show and get to some IVC football in Week 7 right after this.
This is RJ Jacobs from DAC Vitamins and Minerals. Did you know that DAC Vitamins and Minerals has more than 40 proven equine supplements that include daily multivitamins, joint, digestion, reproduction and fertility, calming, and many other specialty products? DAC also carries a complete line of livestock products called DAC Show Contender. Feed DAC Vitamins and Minerals to get the competitive edge in the show pen. We've been feeding champions since 1983.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in downtown New Philadelphia, Sugar Creek, or in Strasburg, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes good luck this season.
At Harts's Quality Housing, we believe a home is where families grow, memories are made, and futures are built. For 47 years, we've stood by the values that matter most: honesty, trust, and a commitment to our community. Our goal is to provide affordable, reliable housing solutions. We don't just build homes, we invest in the future by supporting local student athletes and the schools that shape tomorrow's leaders. Whether it's on the field or in the classroom, we're proud to stand with our youth and the families who cheer them on. Harts's Quality Housing, built on trust, committed to community.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
At First Federal Community Bank, investing in our community isn't just a slogan. It's how we do business each and every day. I'm Corey Parker, mobile mortgage lender, and our goal is to empower your financial well-being and build a lasting relationship with you, your family, and your business. We're here to assist you every step of the way, from checking and savings accounts to mortgages and commercial loans. First Federal Community Bank, serving your banking needs in Dover, New Philadelphia, Yerkesville, Sugar Creek, Berlin, and Mount Hope. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 1810696.
Is there anything better than high school sports? Hi, this is Dan Hosteller of Ferris Chevrolet Buick Toyota. High school sports brings out the best of our high schools and our communities, and the people at Ferris have always been behind the importance of athletics and academics. Just like we believe in the great cars and trucks that we sell and service every day. Like high school sports, we are a great tradition in the area. Ferris on the Wabash, New Philadelphia.
Is your vehicle banged up? Do you want fast professional service to get back on the road? MPAC Collision offers 2 locations, Newcomerstown and Strasburg, to help you out. Whether you need auto glass repair, paintless dent repair, assistance with warranty and insurance, or just need a free estimate, MPAC Collision has you covered. So the next time you need a repair, visit MPAC Collision online at mpactcollision.com and start your free estimate and learn all about what MPAC Collision can do for you.
If you're planning a major concrete project, you need the help of Stocker Concrete Company. From precast concrete products to ready-mix concrete, sand, gravel, limestone, and concrete block, the professionals at Stocker Concrete can help you get started and keep you on the path to completion using the best materials you can find. Stocker Concrete is the concrete material provider you can count on. See them at 7574 Route 36, Janaden Hutton, or call 740-254-4626.
TMK Valley Propane is embracing remote tank monitors. Are you tired of going outside to check your propane tank or forget to order your propane on time? TMK Valley Propane now provides reliable remote tank monitoring technology. Let TMK Valley Propane take the worry away, provide timely delivery, and never run out of propane again. Thank you for your trust in TMK Valley Propane.
All the way with TMK, service with a person.
I got to tell you, Shannon, this is going to be one heck of a showdown, as we always expect when it comes to an Indian Valley and Garaway contest. Obviously, with Indian Valley coming out on the field, something we wanted to make mention here in this pregame. It's going to be a meaningful game for sure for definitely at least one player for Indian Valley. We talked about this earlier this week. Coy Haney is starting offensive lineman for Indian Valley. His brother Trenton passing away last Friday at the age of just 14 due to cancer, and I know this community is really rallying around a family that needs it right now. And anytime I say that word, it's always just hard to even make mention of it or say anything about it. But seeing how the community has the outpouring of support for him has been fantastic.
Yeah, and to tell you how long Trenton fought cancer, my twins are 21 now. When they were in school, Trenton was fighting cancer. He fought hard for a long time and unfortunately passed away. And I'd also like to mention Evan Davis. Yep. We all know who Evan Davis was. He battled cancer for a long time, and he was another student in Indian Valley. And it's actually 5 months ago to the day that Evan had passed away. So our thoughts and prayers are with the Haney family, of course, and our thoughts and prayers are with the Davis family as they're still navigating this hardship.
Well, here's what I always say, Shannon. I know some people say passed away. I say, nope, you won your battle. That's the way I will always try to look at it. Grady Kinsey, the first man through for the Indian Valley Braves through the banner. No surprise, Shannon. And I know he is itching and raring to go for this Braves team tonight. They're going to need a big night out of him against a tough Garaway defense. I think we're going to learn a lot here through those first few series, just how much we're going to see 22 out of the backfield.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of Grady Kinsey tonight. You're going to see a lot of Riker Williams tonight. You haven't seen much of either of those two players the last few weeks. And They've been they're chomping at the bits themselves to go, and they want to put on a great performance tonight for their home fans. And but Garaway, they've rolled in here tonight in those buses. Their fans have come full support, and they're looking to shut down that Braves offense.
Pirates taking the field now from Janaden Hutton. It is the senior lineman in Cooper Gintz who will lead them all the way down their sideline here from Indian Valley. Expect big things out of Gintz tonight as well. The Pirates' entire defensive line is really going to be having to step up to the challenge tonight. We've seen how they responded after that loss to Gerard, but just like you heard from head coach Jason Wallach in the pregame, they have not had a single game this year where they've had the same 11 on each side of the ball. All different kinds of changes, whether it's injuries or just not maybe necessarily performing up to snuff. They're going to have to get that all figured out tonight for sure.
Well, it's high school football. The mentality has always been next man up. We've even seen high schools use that on the back of their shirts during camps and 2 days, next man up. So, you hate to be the guy that gets thrown to the fire against a very talented offense, but somebody's got to rise to the occasion. Like you said, Gintz is a very, very good defensive player for the Pirates. Look for big things out of him tonight and some other players to back him up.
It will be Indian Valley and Colt James sending it deep for the Braves, meaning Indian Valley will receive the second half kickoff. Garaway going to look to get things started off quickly here in this Week 7 IVC Showdown. All the talk from the week is over. Your Wood Electric pregame show wrapping up, and it's about time for football in Z Country. One man back deep for Garaway. It'll be Matthew Fry, the junior.
Fry's got a lot of speed back there. I would be shocked if James maybe kicks it to an up man, or at least kicks it to where Fry's going to chase it down a little bit.
Speakers blaring, crowd is packed in, and we are about set to go. Your Cartoons of New Philadelphia kickoff to get things underway. 5-0 Indian Valley, 5-1 Garaway. We are underway from Janayton. A line drive kick will go back to the corner. Fry is going to see it roll all the way back to the end zone and just hooks inside the pylon, so it will be a touchback. Couldn't really place that any better if you're James.
That was a perfect kick right there, and Fry had to kind of let it go because it looked like it was going to kind of trail out of bounds right there, but it rolls into the end zone.
So that means that Garaway will be starting their first offensive drive on their own 20-yard line. Pirates offense that we know can put it up in bunches. Going to be tasked with a very tough Indian Valley defense. Braves wearing the red tops, white bottoms, and it's flipped on the other side for Garaway, white tops, red bottoms. Pistol formation to start things off. It will be Grady Miller, the sophomore, lines up in front of his running back in Fry. He'll look for room off the left side, cuts outside, stiff arms Reese St. Clair, and he'll drive forward. And it's enough for a First Federal Community Bank first down. A pickup, a 12 from Fry. Nice stiff arm there at the second level.
Well, nice job by the left side of that offensive line. They kind of got a little slant block on, got everybody pushed down. Not sure if it was designed to go outside or not, but Fry bounced it out there and was able to get a first down.
Miller now will get the team set for their next play from the 32-yard line. He'll go back to pass, rolls out to the right. A lot of pressure. He has to throw it. He'll throw it wide. And right in the face of the quarterback there, it was Brogan O'Connor who was bringing the pressure.
Yeah, O'Connor got there pretty quick right there and got him rolling, and he had to throw it on the run and just was never able to get it out to his receiver.
That'll bring up second down and 10, first incompletion of the ball game. Seen from Miller. A lot of screens, a lot of stuff trying to get these players out in space, but he can uncork it deep if he has to. He'll go with a shotgun. 3 wide receivers right, 2 to the left. Miller all alone. He'll motion a man in the backfield. It's going to be a straight quarterback power off the left side, and he is met almost immediately and driven back by 3 different Braves defenders. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, brings up third down and long.
Yeah, I think maybe O'Connor got to him first, and then Titan Peterman come in there with cleaned him up.
Officially no gain, brings up third down. Braves defense, as we talked about all year long, quick to the ball almost every play. Same formation for the Pirates, back to pass. A lot of pressure, throws to the middle of the field, and met hard by the safety is the receiver. Reese St. Clair pops it out of the hands of Micah Yoder. He was right at the first down marker, but a perfectly timed hit.
Yeah, he had the ball in his hands right there, but like you said, Reese St. Clair come in there and made a nice clean hit, kept the helmet off of him, kind of upper bodied him, and knocked the ball loose.
Shoulder pad straight across the chest, jarred the ball out. So the Pirates will have to punt it away. St. Clair will now go back as the lone return man for Indian Valley. Punter back there will be Thomas Grimm, the sophomore for the Pirates. Clean snap, and the kick is away. That's a line drive, kind of a spiral, almost hooks towards the Indian Valley sideline. Will roll back. Good job by a gunner there to get out of the way and let it roll a couple extra yards. It goes back to the Indian Valley 31, where the Braves offense will take over with junior quarterback Riker Williams, senior running back Grady Kinsey coming out.
Yeah, the Braves didn't bring no pressure on that defense. Or on that punt. They kind of just stood back, and then it went off the side of his foot. A little spiral out here. Nice job, like you said, by Seth Shy. Looked like he was going to try to jump on it real quick, but then it took a bounce, and he did a little dancing with the stars move, jumped sideways, and let it get a couple more yards.
Well, that new season has started for that, so.
I know my wife's watching it.
So is mine. Imagine that. Williams will break the huddle for the Braves. They're going to go heavy here with a fullback up in the formation, running back to the left side of Williams. Actually, Kinsey's going to line up as your quarterback. Wildcat snap, looks for room, stutter steps behind his blockers, gets the outside edge, 35, 40, and there he goes! Grady Kinsey at the 40, 30, nobody's going to catch him! 69 yards to the house on the first play from scrimmage for Indian Valley, and Kinsey, one touch, one touchdown.
Yeah, and he kind of made that happen right there. A couple of the Garaway players was able to get off their blocks right there, but he just kept bouncing outside, going forward, got to the sideline and was going.
You see on the Ron's Heating and Cooling replay on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel, what patience out of Kinsey there. Put his hand on the back of his blocker, followed him out to the edge, and he found nothing but green turf in front of him. Colt James for the extra point. Good snap, good hold, kick is up, it's hooking to the right, and it is somehow going to find its way through. Braves lead 7-0. Big Z Sports is back right after this.
The certified public accountants at Niedenthal & Company believe in the value of relationships. Niedenthal & Company has been in business for over 50 years in your community, helping individuals and businesses grow. Niedenthal & Company can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop into the Niedenthal facility on North Wooster Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
Top Notch Auto on East Plum Alley in Janaden. Your one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, offering experienced staff that can handle just what you need to keep your vehicle running at its best. Top Notch Auto specializes in diagnostics with state-of-the-art diagnostics equipment. Whether your vehicle needs regular maintenance or major repairs, Top Notch Auto can handle all your vehicle needs. They also offer a large selection of tire brands, including Goodyear, Kelly, and Cooper, just to name a few. Find Top Notch Auto LLC on Facebook.
Welcome back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. Time for another Cartoons of New Philadelphia kickoff. Shannon, you noticed this. I did not. There was a roughing the kicker penalty on that extra point, meaning the Braves are going to tee it up from the Garaway 45. I think James is just going to test how strong his leg actually is on this kickoff.
Yeah, I look for him to kick this one out of the back of the end zone. Not going to give him a chance to return. Like I said, he just got cleaned on the follow through, and I knew it was going to be a flag instantly. It went through, so they'll just take it on the kickoff here, but.
Kinsey goes 69 yards on the first play from scrimmage for the Braves. That means his last 5 touches have gone the distance for Indian Valley. James with the Cartoons of New Philadelphia kickoff upcoming. He'll drive it with his right foot. Line drive, going to bounce into the hands of Fry right at his goal line. He's going to take it up to the right side, looks for room, stutter steps at the 20, breaks a tackle now at the 25, and he is met by, I believe, James and about 3 other Indian Valley defenders at the 25, so no touchback there. Actually, decent return there for Fry.
Interesting kick right there. He never put no air under it.
Not at all.
It's almost like he just rifled it down the field. It was a play to see if maybe it would bounce off of somebody or Fry would bobble it. But nice job by Fry right there to get it off that one hop at the turf. And like I said, he got him a couple extra yards out of it instead of letting it come out to the 20.
Pirates offense had that 12-yard run from the first play from scrimmage, then went 3 straight plays before they had to punt it away. We'll see what they've got dialed up this time around. Miller in the pistol, has Fry behind him. 2 wide receivers left, 1 right, tight end on the right side of the line. Miller turns, hands it off. Fry looks for room, stutter steps around the defensive tackle. Now he cuts back at the 30, 35, 40. He's in midfield. He's got 1 man to beat. He gets past him. 40, 35, and finally poked out of bounds by Carson Hostetler at the 30-yard line. They get the 29. What a carry there for Fry as he showed off the patience and the good moves.
Yeah, nice job by Fry right there. Brogan Wilson had him dead in the sights in the backfield. He gave him a little juke. And that's all he had to do was get by him, and down the sideline he went. And a little bit of speed was able to catch him from behind and get him pushed out of bounds.
46-yard run, and it's a First Federal Community Bank first down, and just like that, the Pirates are in business. Miller in the pistol with Fry behind him. He'll turn, play fake, throws to the right side, screen pass on the outside, breaks away from one defensive back, and the linebacker will clean it up. And taking him out of bounds there was Titan Peterman, and he's going to get a flag. Peterman got in the face of the receiver there of Trey Miller, and that's why the flag came in. Costly error there for the Braves.
Yeah, and coaches of Indian Valley just pulled him out of the game. Like, you can't do that. You just made a great play right there, stopped him with no gain, and then you want to kind of get in his face and jaw on the sideline as an official standing right there. So there's 15 yards.
So they'll take Peterman out for 1 play. Just more for the cooler heads to prevail kind of situation.
Yeah, but the guy replacing him's pretty good too, and that's Colt James. Well, now they're going to pull James out. And Bradley Barr's going to run in.
Bradley Barr plays fullback on the offense. Seen him on the defensive side of the ball a few times as well. Back to pass is Miller. He's going to go for a corner fade. He's got his receiver, and he's there and makes the grab for the touchdown. Back corner of the end zone. What a throw from Miller right into the hands of Jackson Garber. And we got potentially a tie ball game with the extra point upcoming.
Yeah, just an outstanding read right there by the quarterback. The wide receiver did a nice job getting in behind 2 defenders right there. They kind of lost him. I don't know if they thought that he wouldn't attempt that far of a throw to the back of the corner, and he did, and the receiver went up and made a nice catch and come down in bounds.
Garber almost went on kind of a wheel route out of the slot there and found the back corner of the end zone. A 14-yard touchdown strike. Extra point upcoming from Grimm.
The Pirates are yelling. I don't think they got enough guys.
They will run in one extra player. I think they only had 9 on the line, or take it back, 8 on the line. I think it was the long snapper potentially who wasn't out there.
That's why I noticed he wasn't there.
Grimm getting ready to tee it up. Wyatt Reifenschneider, your holder. Snap is back, good hold, kick is up, and it will go just wide left, so the Braves will still have a 1-point lead. It's a Cush Financial Group timeout. Big Z Sports returns after this.
Cush Financial Group has been proudly serving the community's financial needs for over 35 years. The team at Cush Financial follows an industry-leading service model with a unique approach and fiduciary responsibilities associated with their board-certified financial planner. With over 75 years of combined experience, the advisors at Cush Financial Group are here to help you achieve your financial goals. Contact their office at 330-308-8700 or visit their website at cushfinancial.com to see about scheduling your free consultation today. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Independence Capital Company Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC.
Jeff Wallach, LLC, is a family-owned and operated company proudly serving greater Northeast Ohio and surrounding communities for over 25 years. We specialize in vinyl siding, replacement windows and doors, gutters, downspouts, and much more. We provide quality service regardless of the size or scope of the project. Our crews are reliable, respectful, and mindful of a safe work environment. Jeff Wallach, LLC is certified by the Better Business Bureau. Call today and discover how we can assist you in making your vision a reality.
With Big Z Sports.
Back to the field with Big Z Sports.
Welcome back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. Cartoons, a new Philadelphia kickoff. It'll go back deep, and Kyler Vosick has to catch it over his shoulder all the way back, pedal to his own 5-yard line. He'll look for room up the middle. He's got a lane. He's up to the 30, and he is driven down at the 32-yard line. Just 2 minutes into the ball game, Shannon, we already got 13 combined points in a game that we talked about both defenses potentially being dominant.
Yeah, and we thought the defenses were going to show up, but right now it's the offenses that have showed up. But nice job by Vosick right there catching over his shoulder. As soon as he caught it, I thought he was going to stumble and go down to one knee, but he was able to return and get it back out to the 31.
They did mark him at the 31-yard line. Williams will break the huddle. He'll line up in a shotgun with Kinsey to his right. 3 wide receivers, trips bunch out on the right side. 1 tight end that side as well. Williams now looks over to head coach Matt Lancaster, making sure everything's lined up correctly. Williams, screen pass, right side. Carson Hostetler has it. He gets a block on the outside from Pacine, but a great defensive play as the defender recovers, and it's only going to be a 2-yard pickup there as the ankle tackle and ripping him down was the defender on the outside. That looked like it was Reifenschneider.
Yeah, looked like Hostetler should have been able to try to cut back inside as Pacine had the block, and he kind of went to the outside right there, and then the defender was able to get off the block right there and grab him around the ankle and get some help.
Trying to get their speedster on the outside, some open space. Hostetler, we know, can fly. Braves break the huddle again. 2nd down and 8. Shotgun. They'll flip Kinsey to the left side. They'll actually flip the formation. Direct read off the left side for Williams. Gets a lead block from Kinsey. Cutback lane, and he'll drive forward to the 40-yard line. A pickup of 7 there brings up 3rd down and short. Actually, it'll be a pickup of 6.
Yeah, nice block out there by Kinsey. That's one thing that, the Indian Valley running backs over the years have done good is those lead blocks, and he made a pretty big hole right there for Williams to run through.
Williams' first tote goes for 6 yards. Rowan Pacine bringing the play in from the sideline. Got to say congratulations to the newly crowned homecoming king here at Indian Valley in Pacine. Will be a pistol set. Barr will line up as the fullback up in the formation. Williams lines up in front of Kinsey. Direct read off the right side. Williams tries to drive forward, and what a tackle from the edge as he'll get dropped after just a 1-yard gain. Making that tackle was Colson Keller, the senior, a huge stand on 3rd down.
Yeah, Keller just comes right down the line of scrimmage. Nobody's seen him coming. He comes from the far side, goes behind the offensive line, and catches him from behind.
This is big decision time now for the Braves. It's 4th and 1, and Coach Lancaster's putting his offense back out there. They're on their own 40-yard line. They'll substitute out a lineman and bring in Colt James. Braves on 4th down. They'll line James up wide to the right. They'll go fire. Williams under center. He'll turn. He'll hand it off. Kinsey straight up the gut. He'll fall forward and almost lost the ball, but he is able to hold on to it as he fell down at about the 43-yard line. Officially a 4-yard pickup on 4th and 1.
Yeah, they go to that fire. It tends to work a lot where they just line up right there. And it's kind of kind of like the diesel package that Garaway runs, only Garaway brings in some bigger bodies when they do it, but Indian Valley right there just does a nice job getting that surge forward.
There's a lot of coaches and coaching staffs that'll say if we can't pick up a yard, we don't deserve it anyway. Barr will motion in the backfield. Up man in front of Kinsey. Direct snap to him. A high snap. He has to corral it. Now Kinsey straight up the gut. Bounces off of one tackler and spins forward to the 49-yard line. A 6-yard pickup. Kinsey met the safety. Both men stopped, but somehow he spun around and turned around and fell forward for 2 more yards.
Yeah, and it all started with a very high snap that he was able to jump up in the air and catch and bring back down with him.
7:15 on the first quarter clock. Braves they're into Garaway territory. 7-6 ball game. Today's presentation of high school football brought to you in part by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. Braves in the pistol again. Pitch play to the right side to Kinsey. He'll look for room. Cutback lane. He's got a first. Hurdles over the pile, and he goes up to the 44-yard line. Pick up a 5 and a First Federal Community Bank first down.
Yeah, and I think Garaway's wanting a flag because he hurdled over players that were laying on the ground.
Not sure. Thought you could hurdle if they were on the ground. You just couldn't propel yourself off of them by planting a foot or a hand on them.
I don't know what the high school rule is. I know a couple years ago I watched my nephew get flagged for a hurdle.
But I think, didn't he kind of bolster himself up and over? I thought that was the rule. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. But that with the Garaway sideline was certainly upset about that.
Well, they were jumping up and down. Unless there was something I missed, I assumed that it was for.
Braves need a timeout here as they had some problems getting the play in. It's a Cush Financial Group timeout. Big Z Sports is back right after this.
Are you ready to make a difference in a young person's life? Big Brothers Big Sisters of East Central Ohio has 88 children waiting for a mentor. As a mentor, you will spend as little as 4 hours a month with your little, guiding them, listening, and helping them discover their full potential. Your time and your kindness can change the course of their future. By becoming a Big, you're not just volunteering, you're defending the potential of a child, giving them an opportunity to dream big and reach higher. Visit www.bigs4kids.com to sign up and help us make sure that no child has to wait. Big Brothers Big Sisters of East Central Ohio. Defend the potential and become a Big today.
Back to the field with Big Z Sports.
Fritzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. It's a Cush Financial Group timeout. We're coming out of the Indian Valley Braves. There got the first down, Shannon. Then not sure if it was problems with getting the play call in or what exactly. It was Riker Williams who actually called the timeout. I think probably had a couple different plays they were talking about in the huddle and said, wait a minute, something's not right here.
It's one of those things where you tell one kid, and as it gets down the line, it gets lost in translation.
It's like a game of telephone.
Yes. But, hey, that's why he's the quarterback. He's the game manager. He did the right thing and said, let's take a timeout and go talk to coach.
Braves break the huddle, driving into Pirates territory. Ball at the 44-yard line, and now they'll have to flip the formation again as both receivers are going to the wrong side. Barr motions into the backfield. Williams direct read, right side. Williams Kinsey lead block, and Williams will fall forward to the 39-yard line. A pickup of 5 there off a right tackle. Nothing too fancy for Williams, and for Kinsey so far to the backfield, it's been a lot of just that quarterback power, the direct snap to Kinsey, and just goes straight up the middle.
Yeah, that's one thing about the Indian Valley offense over the last 15 years. It's never been nothing fancy. We're just going to line up. We're going to try to just play some smash mouth football. And as long as we get 4 yards of carry, we'll just keep right on marching.
Braves will go fire again. Williams under center. Fullback handoff. Kinsey up the middle. Flag comes in. Play will be blown dead. And I believe it might have been somebody starting off early there for Indian Valley. I think the receiver on the edge might have started early.
Yeah, I don't know if they're starting early or they're just not getting set all the way because they're trying to go so fast.
So now it'll push it back to 2nd down and 10. Think of it like an incomplete pass on first down now, basically setting this up. Ball moves back to the 44-yard line of Garaway. Braves will spread it out with 2 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Pistol set. Williams in front of Kinsey. Williams looks to the left side. He's going to throw it out here. Rowan Pacine grabs it. He'll look for room straight up the middle, and he'll find it at the 36-yard line. So a nice pitch and catch there of 8 yards on the screen. Thought it was going to be a low pass, but Pacine ran towards it and actually found some room up the middle.
Yeah, and like I said, that actually helped Pacine as he turned to come back in to get the pass. He kind of already had momentum and was just able to turn it up right there. And now it's going to be, like he said, 3rd down and 2.
Pacine's first reception, good for 8 yards. And like Shannon said, 3rd down and 2 upcoming. Not going to be probably a whole bunch of surprises on this play. Williams is going to go under center. Barr at fullback. Kinsey the running back. Pacine motions from left to right as a tight end. Snap into the hands of Williams. Gives it off. Kinsey, misdirection. Stiff arms one defender. He gets up to the 35, and he's got nowhere to go. Actually, maybe lost a half a yard there as he was driven back. Now 4th down and 2.
Yeah, just an outstanding job right there by the left side of the Garaway defensive line and linebackers. They read their keys. They blowed Bar up in the backfield, so the lead block was blowed up, pushed back into Kinsey.
They're going to mark it as 4th and 3 now. Braves bring the offense back out again. Already converted 1 4th down on this drive. 2 wide receivers right in Hostetler and James, 1 left in Pacine. Williams in the pistol, turns, fakes it, throws it to the right side, and it's over the head of James as he had him open. But Williams put a little bit too much mustard on it. A turnover on downs, and a nice stand by the Pirates defense.
Yeah, that one was wide open right there. Like I said, he just throwed it out there a little too hard.
Garaway on offense brings their quarterback back out, and Grady Miller, the sophomore, coming off the touchdown pass. Pirates got to be thinking right now they are so far trailing by 1, but this has been a lot of wins so far for Garaway.
Yeah, still a lot of time left. 4:27 left here in the first quarter, so the Pirates could make some noise right here.
Pistol set. Miller has Fry behind him. 2 wide receivers spread to the right. Miller has it, gives it off. Fry up the middle, and he has nowhere to go as he's stonewalled. A flag came in almost immediately. He did drive forward up to the 40-yard line, a 3-yard pickup. Not sure what the call's going to be here. Came in from the Indian Valley sideline, and it looks like a sideline warning here on the Braves.
Yeah, and it's the guys, downfield right here where he's got to run. He's not worried about the guys that standing to the left of him, but these players down here and to the right of him, we're all standing out in the white. And as soon as he looks down there and sees that ball snap, he's going to give you the warning.
So it was a 3-yard pickup for Fry. He was met almost immediately, but still fell forward for 3. 2nd out and 7. Tight end on the left side of the line. 1 wide receiver left, 2 right. Fry will now motion up beside Miller in the shotgun. He fakes it, and Miller falls forward in the back of his own offensive lineman. Maybe got a 1-yard pickup there. Miller kind of lost his footing, and that play never really had much of a chance to go too far anywhere.
Yeah, as he lost his
ran into one of his linemen.
Yeah, he ran into one of his linemen, started losing his footing right there, and Logan Burrier was able to come in to kind of help him the rest of the way down.
The lineman, who was Colson Keller, who was actually a little slow to get up, Brogan O'Connor helped him up off the turf. Keller looks all right, though, so hop into the huddle. So 3rd down and 6 upcoming. Ball sits on the Garaway 41. 3:45 in the first quarter clock. Indian Valley up 7-6 on Garaway. Empty backfield now for Miller in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He'll look to the left side. Got some pressure now. Tries to scramble around. He's grabbed from the side, thrown backwards, keeps his feet though, and now he's going to go down as 2 more Braves help polish it off. Caden Riggs was in the backfield along with Brogan O'Connor.
Yeah, just an outstanding job right there by the Braves defense. Was able to get there. He got away from one defender, but it kind of spun him backwards, which I believe was Titan Peterman. He got away from him, went back there, and Riggs run into him, and then, like I said, O'Connor got to him, and that's going to force a big punt right here.
Well, I'll ask you, who do we give the sack to officially? You had 3 different linemen who helped out on the play. Will be a punt now. Reese St. Clair will go back for Indian Valley. Grimm to punt it away for the Pirates. 2nd time today we've seen Garaway punt in this first quarter. And now a flag as somebody moved.
And delay a game.
Didn't even see the play clock ticking down, so good eyes on that, Shannon.
I didn't see it. I seen Grady Kinsey jumping up and down.
Kinsey and St. Clair both started pointing him back. That's why I assumed it was somebody jumped.
I seen Grady waving his hands and pointing, and all of a sudden then I seen the flag come. I was like, Grady was the only one to see it.
So now it's technically 4th down and 20, 25, somewhere in that ballpark. Good snap back to Grimm. He'll get into it. An end-over-end kick that will bounce at the 45 of Indian Valley and check up right there. It'll keep rolling back towards the midfield, and finally the Pirates fall on top of it, up about the 49-yard line. So Indian Valley's going to take over in great starting field position.
Yeah, kind of got back to where they were close to whenever they turned it over on downs, and the Braves ought to feel lucky that they got another opportunity here after turning that one over on downs.
So Indian Valley's offense will come back out. Williams so far in the ballgame, we've seen him carry it 3 times. 3 passes for him here in the early going. A little bit more than you'd expect sometimes in the first quarter for Indian Valley. 2 wide receivers right, 1 left. Pistol set again. Williams has Kinsey behind him. Tight end on the right side of the line. Back to pass, swing pass in the hands of Kinsey. He'll look for room on the left side. Great outside block by James. He'll try to push forward, and Kinsey's still upright, and he'll go down at the 41-yard line of Garaway. So that was a pickup that time of about 9 on the swing pass to Kinsey. Almost threw it backward. Could have almost been a rush.
Well, I'll tell you what worked out right there. Right before the snap, the Garaway defense alignment all shifted to the left, and then the play was already coming to the Indian Valley left, so it just kind of helped them out a little bit.
Kinsey, obviously, we know what he can do out of the backfield. Not necessarily known as a pass catcher, but put it to good use there. Pistol again. Williams in front of Kinsey. Williams is going to go off the right side. Kinsey blows up the linebacker, and pushing forward is Williams. He'll get up to the 35-yard line, a 7-yard pickup and to make it a First Federal Community Bank first down.
Yeah, just a nice job right there, like you said, by Kinsey on that block. Goes out there, and the linebacker tried to step away from him, but Grady would still get enough piece of him to spin him out of the way, and Riker gets a pretty good gain out of it.
Ball now sits at the 35-yard line. Clock under a minute 40 to go in the first quarter. Braves spread it out, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Pistol again. Williams in front of Kinsey. Now Kinsey will motion to the left side. They're going to throw another swing pass to him. He'll look for room, gets past the defensive lineman, now at the 30, 25, cut back into the 15, and he'll fall forward and get knocked out of bounds at the 14-yard line. Another swing pass to the hands of Kinsey. That one good for 21 yards and into the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone.
Well, this is one of those things that the Pirates were doing so good up front. Indian Valley mixed it up a little bit. Now they're catching you off guard, going wide with these swing passes, and then sooner or later they'll try to pop another one inside on a running play.
20-yard pickup. Ball sits at the 15-yard line. Clock did stop after Kinsey was drug out of bounds. Shotgun now. Barr and Kinsey in the backfield with Williams. Reed straight up the middle. Barr and Kinsey set the lead blocks. Williams did not have much room to operate there. Falls forward 2, maybe 2.5. Colson Keller with another tackle in the middle of the defensive line.
Yeah, just a nice job right there by the defensive line. They're doing their jobs and getting off the blocks. The offensive line for any ride's got to do a better job of sustaining their blocks a little bit longer. You're always told you only need to hold your block for about 1.5 seconds, and right now they're unable to do that in the center of the line.
2x2 in the pistol as Williams will have Kinsey behind him. Pitch play, left side, tries to get outside. He'll get at the 10, at the 5, and somehow Kinsey wormed his way through in for the end zone, but we're going to have this one probably coming back. A flag on the left side, likely going to be a hold.
Yeah, it was a hold. I watched it out here on the left side of the line. He grabbed the hold of his jersey. He thought Kinsey was going to go to the outside, and when Kinsey cut back in, he held on and pulled him with him.
So wipe the touchdown off the scoreboard here for the Braves. Indian Valley marching backwards.
You know, and the worst part is that's a spot foul, and that happened right about the line of scrimmage.
So that'll take him back to the 23-yard line. Brings up second down and long. Be about second down and, by my judge, about 18. Williams will break the huddle. Traditional I form now as they'll have Barr as the fullback, Kinsey in the backfield, Colt James wide left. Fakes the handoff to Barr, goes to Kinsey, misdirection, straight up the gut now at the 15, the 10 into the second level, and he is going to go again. Grady Kinsey from 23 yards out. So back-to-back carries end up in the end zone. One of them, though, will count. As you see on the Ron's heating and cooling replay, Kinsey with the misdirection kind of just dodged his way through the defensive line into the second level, and nobody could get a hand on him.
Yeah, he just did a nice job right there. Like I said, he's a lot more patient sometimes, and he went up through there and just kind of weaved his way through there, and next thing you know, he hit that burst of speed and was gone.
Kinsey's second touchdown carry, extra point is good from Colt James. 14-6, Braves lead. Big Z Sports will be back right after this.
Lindsay Adams State Farm takes pride in customer service, community involvement, and their professional knowledge in the products and services offered, providing protection to their customers in more ways than just their auto insurance by protecting you from encountering any unexpected occurrences, including your auto, home, income, and the loss of a loved one. At Lindsay Adams State Farm, you're more than a customer, you're part of their family. Learn more about what Lindsay and her agents can do for you by visiting lindsayadamsf.com. Ron's Heating and Cooling in Denison has been serving this great area since 1977. At Ron's, no matter what you need, they can handle it. From heating and cooling to standby Generac generators, water heaters, tankless water heaters, mobile home equipment, duct cleaning, and 24-hour no-heat service. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call 740-922-5252. Ron's Heating and Cooling proudly supports high school sports and would like to wish best of luck to all local athletes participating this season.
Welcome back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. Braves lead 14-6. Another Cartoons of New Philadelphia kickoff upcoming as Grady Kinsey finds pay dirt for the second time tonight. Already over 100 yards on just 6 carries. Colt James has it teed up. It will be Fry who's back deep for the Pirates. This kickoff going to go straight into his hands at about his own 14-yard line. He'll look for room on the left side. Gets a couple blocks in front of him. He's at the numbers at the 30, 35. Hit from the side, and he'll go down at around the 40-yard line. Make it the 41. Another nice return for Matthew Fry.
Yeah, the return team does a nice job setting up a wall, and he don't play around. He goes where that wall's at. He's got faith that his blockers will be there, and they do a nice job.
So just 32 seconds to go here before the end of the first quarter.
A Bear Carpet 1 scoreboard update as Malvern leads Buckeye Trail 12-8 in the first quarter. Dover leads Worcester 7-0 in the second quarter. Claymont 14, Tusky Valley 0, Ridgewood 20, Sandy Valley 0, Newcomerstown 32, TCC 0.
Thank you for that, Shannon. They're going to go with an empty backfield again. 3 right, 2 left for Miller in the backfield. Out of the shotgun, he'll take the snap, straight drop, and it's a straight read up the middle. Gets past one tackler, now cuts back in with the linebackers, and a defensive lineman comes in from the backfield, and Brogan Wilson, who came running in from about 5 yards deep to clean it up.
Yeah, a couple more Bear Carpet 1 scoreboard updates is Connaught Valley leads Frontier 8-6. Carrollton and Alliance are tied at 7. Manchester leads Fairless 7-0. And Harrison Central and Indian Creek are tied at 7.
That'll take us to the end of the first quarter. Braves up 14-6. Pirates ball when we return live here from the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
Hey, other guys' insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey, Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal, and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course. At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently. Decrease employee turnover and increase your bottom line.
To the field with Big Z Sports.
Garaway comes out in a heavy formation as they'll just go straight up the gut and a gain of 1 yard there. Not their traditional diesel package, Shannon, but just kind of went with everybody tied up to the line and one running back shallow in the backfield. Only a 1 yard pickup brings up third down and short.
Yeah, coming out right after a timeout right there. They had to play. They ran up, got lined up, and I think they were hoping it would really push, but like you said, it didn't get very much on it right there. So now that's going to be a third and a long 3.
I didn't actually even see who was the one who got the carry up the middle. Thought it was Fry, but third down and a long 3 like Shannon said. Pirates break the huddle. Now they'll go with their diesel formation. 2 fullbacks in front of the running back in Fry. Miller will go under center. Braves have all 11 almost in the box. Miller goes under center. He'll turn, hand it off. It's Fry, and somebody got started early as a flag comes in. And sure enough, a false start will push Garaway back 5 yards. Fry there, as the whistle was blowing, broke through and had nothing but green grass in front of him, thinking that might have been the best carry he's ever got out of the diesel, but that play wasn't going to count.
I kind of refer to that as kind of like auto racing. You're running in the middle of the pack, and all of a sudden the caution comes out as you're passing a bunch of guys, and you think, man, I just gained a bunch of spots. Where is everybody stopping? Like, well, the guy with the flag stopped us.
Garaway will bring some substitutions into the game. Colson Coomerly, the junior, 2 wide receivers, left side, 3 to the right. Miller in the shotgun by himself. Braves bring 4, back to pass. Miller gives it on a slant route, and it's dropped. Trey Miller had the chance to haul it in on the slant, and he might have gotten close to the first down yardage if he was able to hold on to it, put his eyes upfield too quickly.
Yeah, I think he gets the first down and maybe a little bit more right there. That play was designed to come this way, but I think if the quarterback would have looked to the right, he had the numbers over there as the safety over there was cheating this way, so that made the numbers 3-2 on the other side.
Punt time for the Pirates. Reese St. Clair back again for Indian Valley. Grimm to punt it away for the Pirates. Just starting off the second quarter, today's presentation brought to you in part by the Kime Company. High school football here at 99.9 and on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel, and somebody got started off early, Shannon. Another false start.
The problem is the offensive linemen are down in their set, and then they shifted a couple guys to come out.
And I think that's actually what the official was saying to the gunner on the near side closest here for the Pirates. I think he might have been the one who was flagged because as they were moving that, he was already set on the line but kind of step forward.
Yep.
So now Garaway will punt from their own 39-yard line. Snap goes back. Grimm has it, spins it in his hands, and it will be a line drive spiral. That'll go back and bounce at the Indian Valley 21. It'll take a Garaway roll, go back to the 10, to the 5, and it's still rolling back almost all the way to the 2-yard line of the Braves. What a punt from Grimm.
I'll tell you what, he can sure make a spiral on a punt, because every time it comes off his foot, it's a dead spiral. And that one there worked out to his advantage, and it gets a nice big roll.
Indian Valley now has 98 yards in front of him. Great special teams play there for the Pirates. Will pin Indian Valley back deep.
Well, I'll tell you what, with the way the Garaway defensive line's been playing right now, this would be huge if they could get a push right here and get a safety.
Braves will bring out a heavier package as it looks like they'll bring in Caden Riggs, defensive lineman who also plays some tight end. Indian Valley will go with the I formation. Williams will go under center. Barr at fullback. Kinsey running back. And somebody jumped on the left side for Garaway. The hard count there got somebody to bite. It looked like it was Wyatt Gordon, the sophomore, who was going early.
Yeah, they nice job right there as Indian Valley takes their time to come to the line of scrimmage. Riker makes sure everybody's set. And it just looks like it's going to be just a normal play. And he gave the cadence, and the Pirates jumped.
A little more breathing room now for the Braves, up to the 7-yard line. Same formation, 1 by 1, one wide receiver either side in the I form. Kinsey has it up the middle, into the second level, into the linebackers. He's still up on his feet and falls forward to the 11-yard line. A 4-yard pickup brings up second down and short.
Yeah, he does a nice job once he gets hit right there. They all kind of converge on him, and it just kind of becomes like a rugby scramble because he just won't go down. He keeps his legs moving, and like you said, it's going to be 2nd and 1.
Riggs will now check out. Pacine will come back in. They'll go 2 wide receivers right in St. Clair and James. 1 wide receiver left in Hostetler. In the shotgun, Williams has Kinsey beside him. He'll roll to the right side, throws towards the sideline. James has it, corrals it. He's hit by the cornerback, somehow keeps his feet, and he's up to the 21, maybe the 22-yard line. Nice job by James there to keep his feet and get a couple extra yards. He gets up to the 23-yard line, a First Federal Community Bank first down, a hookup of 12.
Yeah, like I said, he secured the catch, and then the Pirates player come over. Was still going to be a first down, but he didn't wrap him up. He just tried to hit him and make him go down, and James was able to spin around and get a few extra yards.
It was an 11-yard pickup. Now 1st and 10, 9:45 to go. Braves go fire under center. Williams, pitch play. Kinsey, left side. Barr with the lead block. Kinsey cuts back in, and he'll fall forward. He'll go down at the 28-yard line, 6-yard pickup on first down.
Yeah, that play right there was almost became disaster as Kinsey got out in front of that pitch, and he had to kind of lean back to get it. Riker didn't get it out in front of him far enough, but he was able to grab it and turn it into some positive yards.
2nd down and 4 upcoming as Williams gets the play call in. Some more substitutions for the Braves offense. Barr lines up in front as the fullback again with the shotgun. Kinsey to the right hip of Williams. Play fake. Williams rolls right, throws the out route there to James, who makes the grab, cuts back inside, makes a man miss, and goes up to the 42-yard line. 14-yard hookup now on the outside. James thought he got his face mask grab, but regardless, it's a First Federal Community Bank first down.
Yeah, right now they're doing a nice job of spreading that defense out. That Garaway Pirates defense is so fast up front on the line, kind of spreading them out, make them second-guess what's going to happen.
Ball will now sit at the 43-yard line. Pacine wide right. James left. I-form or the tight end on the left side. Kinsey lines up as your fullback. It'll go to him. Straight up the middle. Barr with the lead block. 50. Cut back. Block on the outside. 40. 35. 30. One man to beat. Kinsey cut back. 20. Stiff arm. 10. Steps out of another tackle. At the 5 and barrels in. 57 yards and 5 broken tackles later. Grady Kinsey's got the hat trick in the first half.
Yeah, just an outstanding job. He keeps his feet. No matter what guys are trying to do, they're trying to hit him high. They're trying to drop down his legs, and he knows where they're at. As soon as they go towards his legs, he starts high-stepping his legs a little bit. He's just so hard to tackle.
You saw in our Ron's Heating and Cooling replay, Kinsey had about 3 guys who were back deep when he got into about the 30-yard line and made every single one of them miss. Extra point on the way, blocked for the outside. Great special teams play there for the Pirates, keeps the 1 off the board. Timeout on the field. We'll be back right after this.
Spring and summer bring big events, graduations, yard sales, and tournaments. The Educational Service Center Print Center is your go-to for sponsor banners, yard signs, and custom graduation packages with invitations, envelopes, and thank you cards. And when it's time for sports, the ECO Center in St. Clairsville is the perfect venue for AAU and JO tournaments. With spacious seating, plenty of parking, and easy access to hotels and restaurants, it's your one-stop arena for wrestling, cheer, and more. Plan your next event with us on the court or in print. Find out more today online at ecoesc.org.
Back to the field with Big Z Sports.
Welcome back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio, a Cartoons, a New Philadelphia kickoff upcoming. When we come back, we get underplay again after this upcoming kickoff. Shannon, you had a great observation on that last play we'll let you know about as James set to send it back deep to Fry. He'll line up at his own 9-yard line. James is into it. It's a squib kick. It'll roll up to an up man. Goes past him, and now a scramble for it as a gunner for Indian Valley was getting down there quickly. It was Braylon Books who ended up falling at it at the Garaway 26-yard line. Shannon, you mentioned it was a great run by Kinsey, the 5 broken tackles, but that was all started by that edge block that was set on the outside.
Yeah, on the outside here. Kinsey actually went up, and then when he cut back to come to the right, Rowan Pacine, who could easily just gave up on the play, he was sprinting downfield, and he got up there in front of Kinsey, and Pacine made a nice block out here, got rid of one of those guys, and then Grady had to take care of the rest. So nice hustle by the senior there of Pacine.
Miller will bring the offense back out for Garaway. 20-6, 8:26 to go here before the halftime whistle. Garaway's offense struck quickly on their first possession, but has stalled since then. Shotgun, Miller back to pass, pressure off the right side, tunnel screen. It's into the hands there of the receiver, and Caden Riggs stays with it, and that was a 1-yard pickup there, and Colson Keller goes down in the backfield for the Pirates.
Yeah, you people in radio land can't see this, but the people on YouTube can go back and watch it. Riggs, actually, we got an injury out here on the field.
We do, as we'll take a timeout, brought to you by the Cush Financial Group.
Newtown Mall provides you a one-stop shop for anything you need. You can shop the latest fashions at Kohl's, Maurice's, or Marshall's, get your sporting goods at Dunham's or Dick's Sporting Goods, or redo a room in your house at Ashley Furniture. Find all these stores and more for yourself and experience Newtown. Plus, you can sign up to be a Newtown Mall VIP and follow your favorite stores so you're the first to know sales, giveaways, events, and more. To sign up and to see all that's happening, visit newtownmall.com.
Back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. Lineman who went off was actually Bronson Owens, who jumped up under his own power. It was a 1-yard gain on that tunnel screen to Micah Yoder. Miller, high snap, corrals it, gives it off. Fry up the gut, and he will get corralled at the ankles and dropped at the 30-yard line as St. Clair hauls him down there. A pickup of 3 brings up 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, I want to go back to that tunnel screen to give Riggs his due. As everybody else fell for the screen, he actually was running in too, and when he realized the offensive line let him go, he turned around and ran back to the line of scrimmage, so he was sitting there when the screen happened, and that kind of was what chased the screen back inside, was able to keep it to 1 yard, so nice job on reading his keys.
We've seen Yoder, the senior. He is a hard man to tackle, but Riggs, a member of the wrestling team here at Indian Valley, it's hard to get away from his grasp. Miller in the shotgun, Fry to his right, Miller back to pass, a lot of pressure, delivers up the seam, and the receiver falls, it's picked off, but 2 flags come in. St. Clair looks for room, he'll go out of bounds, and he is drilled on the sideline as he will go down hard. Flag is going to be a pass interference as they were trying to go deep to Yoder, who got tangled up with the cornerback in Hostetler. Hit hard on the sideline by Grady Miller. St. Clair hops back up. Indian Valley was not happy that no flag came in on the hit on the sideline.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to get the pass interference down there, and then a huge hit that happened about 1.5 yards, 2 yards out of bounds.
So it is pass interference, and that will give a First Federal Community Bank first down. Hostetler will be the guilty party. St. Clair had the ball hawk and interception, but Hostetler immediately after it was picked off put his arms up in the air when he saw the flags come in.
Yeah, I don't know what happened on the contact. I don't know if maybe, he tried to stop and come back, and Hostetler didn't stop and run into him. But, either way, if you stop or you don't stop, it's still pass interference. So big break right there for the Pirates as they'll get a first down and almost to midfield.
Ball at the 46-yard line. Garaway will try to take advantage of the Indian Valley miscue. Miller in the shotgun, gives it off. Fry, stutter steps, nice patience into the second level, and he'll go up to the 46-yard line, a pickup of 8 on first down.
Yeah, it's not good when your safety's got to come up and make the tackle for you, so nice job by that Garaway Pirate offensive line. Got the big push right there, and Fry just goes straight forward.
Pirates ball as they will get set on their next play. Under 7 minutes to go here before halftime. Miller will be in the shotgun. Fry to his right. 3 wide receivers spread right, 1 left. Miller ready, goes back to pass, rolls to the right. Looks for room, throws it down the sideline, and Garaway got Indian Valley to bite. Nobody to catch him back deep, and hauling it in is Jackson Garber as they bit on the screen play to the right, and 46 yards to the house for the Pirates.
And that's kind of what happens when you play the run a lot and you play screen passes a lot. Nobody realized that the guy sprinted down the sideline. He was standing down there wide open. And the only thing that could have made that play go away is if Miller would overthrew him, but Miller did a nice job right there.
Put it right on the money, and Garber did the rest. Pirates will go for the extra point. Back and forth battle thus far as Garaway keeps answering the Braves. Grimm just about ready for the extra point. What a play design there. They got him to bite on the swing pass or the screen, as we've seen pretty much all season long from Garaway, and Garber had no one within 15 yards of him. Snap goes back, holds down, kick is in to the night sky, and it hooks wide right. 20-18, Braves lead, 6:38 to go before halftime. Back for more right after this.
Newtown Mall provides you a one-stop shop for anything you need. You can shop the latest fashions at Kohl's, Maurice's, or Marshall's, get your sporting goods at Dunham's or Dick's Sporting Goods, or redo a room in your house at Ashley Furniture. Find all these stores and more for yourself and experience Newtown. Plus, you can sign up to be a Newtown Mall VIP and follow your favorite stores so you're the first to know sales, giveaways, events, and more. To sign up and to see all that's happening, visit newtownmall.com.
Back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio, a Cartoons of New Philadelphia kickoff as Garaway answers Indian Valley 20-12. Pardon my misspeak before we went to break there, as Grimm has another Cartoons of New Philadelphia kickoff. It's in the air. That was a weird wobbly kick into the hands of an up man who will look for room. Cuts back to the right side. He's up to the 40-yard line. As that one had one of the strangest caroms I've ever seen.
Yeah, and it goes into an up man, but the up man is one of the fastest player on Indian Valley's team in Reese St. Clair, so if he could have found a little hole right there, that might have been dangerous.
That was really strange because it was a top shot, basically. It spun on the nose of the football.
Tell you what, Grady Miller, only a sophomore for the Pirates. What a nice piece right there that Coach Wallach has to work with for the next 3 years or next 2 years at quarterback.
Yeah, a lot of poise back there for a sophomore. Shotgun formation. Kinsey, direct snap to him. Williams will try to throw the lead block. Kinsey doesn't have anywhere to go, as there'll be a couple different defensive linemen who will grab him a 2-yard pickup. The Pirates defensive line responds again.
Yeah, when Kinsey goes into that wildcat formation on her quarterback, they pretty much know that he's going to run the ball. Other than, I guess, last year at the state championship game, we did see him hand it off a couple times to Riker, and that really confused everybody, even us up in the press box. But
not something we were ready for.
But, you just pretty much know you just got to close down your running lanes right there and stay in front of him.
2 wide receivers left in the pistol. Williams in front of Kinsey. Swing pass left side into the hands of Hostetler. He'll look for room. Got a blocker downfield. Cuts back. It's a first down. And 2 flags. Now 3 flags along the sideline. Everybody wanted to get in on the action, probably in the area of a hold.
Yeah, well, I seen Brogan Wilson get up and throw his arms in the air, so I kind of wonder if he's the guilty party.
20-12, Indian Valley leads. Under 6 minutes to go here before halftime. Mistakes on both sides of the field so far tonight, and I know neither coaches are going to be overly happy with that situation. A lot of false starts so far for Garaway. We've seen multiple holds now for Indian Valley.
Yeah, and luckily the Braves catch a break right there because it is a spot foul hold because it was such a big gain. So it really only technically backs them up 5 yards from where they were at, but still now you're looking at second and about 15.
I formation. Williams under center, turns, play fake to Kinsey. He'll roll out to the right side, looks for room, tries to get Pacine to go deep. Now we'll flip it to him. He's got him. He's up to the 50. Tries to cut back. 45, lost his footing. It's a First Federal Community Bank first down and a nice pickup there. About 15 yards as you saw Williams baited the defender in and got Pacine open down the field.
Yeah, nice job by Williams right there. He knew where the line of scrimmage was. He kind of rolled up to it and then kind of went lateral with it and got the defender to finally pull off of Pacine. So then it just becomes just get it out there to Roan, and he was able to get a big gain.
Ball into plus territory, 5:15 to go. I formation, Bar, your fullback, Kinsey, running back, 1 wide receiver left. Williams turns, misdirection, Kinsey, left side, lowers his shoulder pads, drives forward. He's up to the 41-yard line. Make it the 40-yard line there. There were 3 linemen who had their paws on Kinsey, but he still pushed forward and kept those legs churning for 5.
And that's one thing you hear a lot of coaches say, like, we're doing what we're supposed to do. We hit him at the line of scrimmage. He just don't go down.
Chris Kale having fun with me from back in the studio. In the I formation, Williams under center, 2 wide receivers left now. They'll go Kinsey up the gut behind his blockers. He'll fall forward to the 37-yard line. 3-yard pickup brings up 3rd down and short. Kinsey, as it currently stands with 4:20 to go in the first half, unofficially by our count, 12 carries, 184 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Just a complete workhorse for this Braves offense.
On top of that, he's also hauled in a pair of receptions for a total of 29 yards. Williams in the pistol again, Kinsey behind him. He'll tighten things up, bring the wide receivers in close to the formation. High snap, Williams corrals it, throws the out route, and that was in and out of the hands of the receiver as it went high to Pacine. Now 4th down and short. Pacine had an opportunity at it, but was kind of almost over the back shoulder of him. Was unable to haul it in. Now 4th down and 2. I would imagine this is going to be a go for it no matter what if you're Indian Valley. Kind of close for a punt, definitely too far for a field goal.
Yeah, this would be a big stop for Garaway right here if they get it, but they better watch the hard snap right here. Looks like they're lining up for fire. They're going to jump right up here and try to go.
Riggs comes in. Williams under center. Hard count and nearly got somebody to bite, but they won't. Williams looks for a play change on the sideline. Williams gets the call. Play clock's down to 5. The Braves are going to go. They got to go quickly. 1 second. Snaps back. Kinsey looks for room. Bobbles the handoff. Somehow breaks through on the edge. He's at the 30. Now up to the second level into the 25-yard line.
And I'll tell you what.
Almost a disaster.
What happened right there, other than the almost disaster, is he come running back into the huddle with like 4 seconds to go. So the Pirates defense probably thought that he's just going to try to give us a hard snap in, and with 2 seconds he snaps it, and it just kind of everybody up front didn't fire like they had been firing.
First Federal Community Bank first down. Actually, Williams got the center, and Williams were the only 2 players to move initially on that snap, but it worked out in the Braves' favor. Pistol again. Kinsey lined up tight with Williams. Another high snap. Swing pass right side. Hostetler tries to beat his defender on the outside. Stiff arm pushes forward to the 20-yard line. A 6-yard pickup, and they're into the Jeff Wallach 21-yard line on the edge of the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone.
Yeah, just a nice job right there by Riker to get that snap as it came in high, and it's luckily he's a good baseball player and basketball player because he had to have some hops to get that one.
5-yard pickup. Second reception now for Hostetler. Williams has actually thrown the ball 8 times. He's got 10 completions tonight for 85 yards. I formation. Williams under center, Barr fullback, Kinsey running back, what we've been saying all night. Pitch play, Kinsey looks for room. Barr sets the edge. Block on the outside from O'Connor. Kinsey, cut back, step back at the 10, and a flag and the pile.
It comes in at the pile right there. It's either going to be, could be a face mask, but not sure. They might get him for a hold out there. Oh, there's the face mask.
And there's the face mask call, so it will be an 11-yard pickup for Kinsey and move them half the distance to the goal. Goal to go now for the Braves. Just a 5-yard face mask, so... Well, it works out half the distance to the goal regardless.
Yeah, it could have been the 15, but it's still only going to be half the distance. So the math added up there.
And the rare occasion that actually works out. 2:30 to go before the halftime break. Braves fans get on their feet. Indian Valley breaks the huddle. Shotgun, Williams with Kinsey to his right. Barr up in the formation. High snap, Williams corrals it. Cut back. Falls backwards, and he'll get up to the 2-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Williams was met at about the 4 and leaned backwards to get to the 2.
Yeah, I'm sure that at halftime the coaches are going to be talking to the center right now, because it seems like there's starting to be a lot of high snaps, and sooner or later one of them is going to get by your quarterback.
A picture-perfect clear night here from Jeanette Hutton. You could not ask for some better football weather. Although some people would say it needs to be about 10 degrees cooler, Shannon.
The Braves are going to slow this one down here. Try to probably let a little bit of this time run off as they're under 2 minutes now.
10 seconds on the play clock, a minute 52 on the game clock. Williams will go I for him again. 1 by 1 with one wide receiver either side. Misdirection. Kinsey, cutback, jumps over the pile, and he's in. 4 touchdowns in the first half. Kinsey goes in from 3 yards out.
Yeah, looks like, I guess special teams is coming out. I kind of wondered if they would have went for 2 here.
Kinsey pushing 200 yards in the first half and 4 touchdowns as the Braves take a 26-12 lead. And it will be an extra point as James gets ready. Williams to hold. More pressure from the edge. James does not get far enough into it, but he goes down, and the edge defender there for Garaway. It's going to be a penalty, and they'll get another attempt as Braylon Brooks was the one who hit him. I thought did they pick up the flag, Shannon? Both teams are now heading towards the sideline. Thought it was going to be a roughing, and no, they're going to wave the flag off.
They're going to say he got a piece of it.
So we'll take a Cush Financial Group timeout. Big Z Sports is back after this.
Want to stay warm in your vehicle this winter? Call the Remote Start Pros at Cartoons and Accessories in New Philly. With over 15,000 units installed over 18 years in the market, Cartoons in-car experts have the expertise to get the job done right. Cartoons carries a full assortment of remote starts that give you any desired range needed to warm up your car from anywhere. We also do diesel vehicles as well as standard ship vehicles. So don't delay. Call Cartoons today and schedule an appointment to stay warm all winter long. Cartoons at 517 West High Avenue in New Philly. 330-339-2006. Be there.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. For the past 30 years, the residents in and around Tuscarawas County have made the call to the realtors and staff at McInturf Realty for buying and selling of residential and commercial properties. We truly live in a great community, and in all of these communities, there is nothing better than high school football. For myself and all the agents and staff at McInturf Realty, we would like to wish all the area athletes good luck this season. And make the call to McInturf Realty at 330-364-SOLD.
Back to the field with Big Z Sports.
26-12, Indian Valley leads. A Cartoons of New Philadelphia kickoff upcoming. Fry goes back deep for Garaway. Colt James to put it back deep for Indian Valley. Shannon, they said the ball was tipped on that extra point attempt, so no roughing the kicker. Braves had their offense back on the field. They were waiting for the call until the flag got waved off. James will put his right leg into it. Line drive kick goes back towards the corner. Fry will come up and grab it at the 12-yard line. Looks for room at the numbers. He's met at the 25, gets up to the 26. Corralled, still driving, fighting for more. Now the 27 before he is spun backwards and knocked down. Garaway takes over with a minute 35 to go before halftime, and they've got all 3 timeouts left here. Shannon, putting points on the board would be huge, especially considering the Braves get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, and they've done a great job passing the ball around right there. If they do a little bit of something to pull those defensive backs, the defensive backs are kind of getting caught looking in the backfield, gave up some big plays. So, look for the Pirates to come out and try to get down the field here pretty quick.
Ball at the 27-yard line. Pirates come out on offense. 2 wide receivers to the right. Miller will line up in the shotgun. Actually take it back. It's a pistol as Fry will slot in behind him. 1 wide receiver left. Miller been very efficient overall tonight in the passing game. Now it's a shotgun as Fry motions to the left side of him. It'll be a quarterback read option there straight up the middle, and he'll get to the 30-yard line. Actually, the 29. Did the ball come out, Shannon? I saw the beanie go down. Regardless, it's a 2-yard gain. They say it was Pirates ball.
Yeah, and Coach Wallach's not going to call timeout.
Garaway will hustle, try to get back to the line. 3 wide receivers right, 1 left. 2-yard pickup for Miller. He'll be by himself in the backfield in the shotgun. Braves only show 4 down linemen coming. Miller rolls to the right, looks for room, swings it out. It's a screen pass into the hands there of Yoder, who was grabbed by the linebacker. Now Vosick comes in and helps finish it off as they'll drive him out of bounds. And both players still locked up out of bounds, and a flag over on the Garaway sideline. Not sure who it was still locked up with him as they went out of bounds. Both players jockeying. It was Vosick who was still tied up with him. We'll see what the call is as the officials going over and talking to head coach Jason Wallach for the Pirates. It will be a personal foul, and it will be an unnecessary roughness or a late hit on the sideline for Indian Valley.
Yeah.
So a First Federal Community Bank first down.
And I think it's when Vosick pushed him out of bounds, they were going backwards, and then he just kept pushing him. And then once you get off of that white and you get into the green, if you're going to continue to push, you're going to get hit with a flag every time.
The senior in Yoder, his second reception. Now the ball up at the 46-yard line. Under a minute to go, but the Pirates still have all 3 timeouts, and they're driving. Miller goes with the in route there. He finds his receiver. He'll dance around. He's got a first down. It's Yoder again. He's up to the 41-yard line. So a pickup there of 13. Nice pitch and catch. Pirates still on the move.
Yeah, and they're set, and they're not even going to call a timeout. They got the play called they want.
Miller goes back to pass in the shotgun. Pump fakes. Now he's going to air it out deep. He's got his receiver out there, and a diving attempt off of his fingertips. Receiver had about 3 steps down the sideline. It was Yoder again, but just out of his reach.
Yeah, they were doing those quick little turn-ins, and he made a double move out there, and Carson Hostetler fell for it, and he got behind Hostetler, and they had the touchdown they needed right there. He just overthrew him.
Will be second down and 10, 42.7 seconds to go. As we already said, mistakes. Both teams tonight so far have definitely kept this game within those 2 scores as Garaway taking advantage of some Indian Valley mistakes. Miller now looks right, and he'll roll to the left. Throws it out on a swing pass into the hands of Fry, and Kinsey will pull him down and kind of just do as a flip on the outside. A 2-yard reception and a timeout called by the Pirates. We'll take a Cush Financial Group timeout with them. Big Z Sports returns after this.
Simona Bolteron is a global leader in plastics technology, manufacturing thermoplastic products for industries such as aircraft interior parts, medical device housings, wall coverings, general thermoforming, and many more. Simona Bolteron, a company like a friend, is proud to be a part of the community and wishes all local athletes good luck and have a great year. For more information, visit them online at bolteron.com. Simona Bolteron, 1 General Street, Newcomerstown.
With Room by Room, new from Carpet One, we've made finding the right floors easier than ever. Browse our curated collection of flooring options and shop by color, design, and lifestyle. Our local flooring experts will work with you to make your vision a reality and guide you with knowledge and easy-to-use tools to find the floor that fits your needs. So if you're ready to transform your home with beautiful new floors, scan the code to get started and come see the Room by Room difference for yourself. Exclusively at Carpet One Floor and Home.
Welcome back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. 33.3 seconds to go. Garaway ball with 2 timeouts. They trail by 14 but are driving. Braves will get the second half kick off coming up. Halftime brought to you by the First National Bank of Denison will be on the way as the guys back in studio will have you covered with updates from all your favorite area teams. Miller will be back in the shotgun with Fry to the right. 2 wide receivers right, 1 left. A tight end motions from right to left in Colson Kimmerly. Now they'll spread it out 3 wide to the right, 2 left. Miller all alone in the shotgun. Braves with only 3 down linemen. Miller back to pass, looks left, pump fakes, looks for room, and now he's going to get grabbed as Caden Riggs still driving him back. He'll be held up, and the whistle finally sounds as a sack there. It was actually Titan Peterman who had a hold of him.
Yeah, Titan Peterman had him, and Titan learned from the first penalty that he got. As soon as the official blew the whistle, he just let him go. He finished him enough right there.
Second Indian Valley sack at a timeout. I thought it was going to be a timeout. Maybe an official's timeout? I'm not sure what exactly happened there, Shannon. The official came out and made some kind of statement, but I didn't see what it was.
They're putting 2 seconds back on the clock. They got the timeout. They called timeout, and the clock continued to run, so they added some time back to the clock.
So the ball will be at the Indian Valley 45, and it's another timeout. We'll keep it right here. 22.4 seconds, Shannon? Or
yeah, I think that's what they're. I thought I heard him say put 2 seconds back on the clock.
Well, it is 4th down, and looks like 14 to go. For Garaway, you would think that they potentially would look to go for it here just because you're not going to give a whole bunch of time for Indian Valley to work with, and you know the Braves are going to get the ball to start off the second half.
Yeah, so they just run it up to 22 seconds. So I'm not sure who called the timeout, though.
It hasn't been taken off. It looks like Indian Valley actually took the timeout. What the Indian Valley sideline was upset about was they actually marked the ball at the 45-yard line. When the whistle was blown, when Miller was corralled, he was back at about their own 48-yard line, which I think was what some of the upset feelings were about. So Grimm will come in to punt. Now it's an interesting formation. They'll have the center over the ball and the long snapper. They'll go wide with linemen out to the left, and Indian Valley will take another timeout. Not sure if they were just trying to get the Braves off guard or just try to get that last timeout out of the way for Indian Valley.
All right, so we'll go to an Impact Collision scoreboard update as New Philadelphia leads Mansfield-Madison 21-7. Isn't it Madison?
Madison Comprehensive, yeah.
Malvern leads Buckeye Trail 35-8. Dover leads Worcester 21-7, or Wooster, however you want to say it.
Wooster.
Strasburg and East Canton 0-0 at the half.
Gritty battle there going on between the Hornets and the Tigers.
Yeah, Claymont up 34-0 on Tusky Valley. Second quarter, Ridgewood is at the half. They lead Sandy Valley 41-0. Newcomerstown over TCC 46-14 in the second quarter. Conotton Valley leads Frontier 22-14 in the second quarter. Alliance leads Carrollton 21-7. Manchester 14, Fairless 7, Indian Creek 21, Harrison Central 7.
Thank you for that, Shannon, as the Pirates will look to punt it back deep. St. Clair will go back for the Braves. Grimm back for the Pirates. He's been a busy man punting tonight. No real pressure from the Braves. Grimm with a line drive spiral. That one will roll on its side, rolling back towards the end zone, and the Garaway player tries to keep it out. It looked like it might have stayed at the one. Another fantastic punt for Grimm.
I'm not sure how that goes with his feet were in the end zone, but
I thought in high school it was different that you didn't have to have your body out of the end zone, but I could be wrong.
Well, he's standing at the half-yard line, so Indian Valley has the half-yard line. So you know what the worst thing is right here? Indian Valley can't just kneel it and go to half.
No, they will have to run a play up the gut to try to get them, again, out of the shadow of their own goal line. Garaway does have 2 timeouts. If you stuff them here on the first play, do you think about calling one just to see if you can't get another one and maybe get them back in their own end zone?
You know, and the thing I went back to looking at, I think Wally come out with that wild-looking setup to get Lancaster to burn his last timeout.
Exactly.
So now Indian Valley has no timeout. So if they do get a big gain right here, it'll pretty much end the half.
Braves will go under center with Williams in the eye for him. They'll turn. Kinsey looks for room up the middle. He's got out of his own end zone, and it looks like he maybe got a gain of 2 before he goes down. And the clock will expire as we will head to the First National Bank of Denison halftime report. 26-12, Indian Valley leads. Garaway putting up a heck of a fight so far tonight. It will be Braves ball starting off this second half. Shannon, we know what the Indian Valley offense and defense can do. They've been showing that tonight, but some mistakes have definitely been a problem for them because Garaway has made them pay.
Yeah, the Garaway offense has done some outstanding jobs to expose some things on that Indian Valley defense, and they got something to work with in the second half. They're just going to have to come out and get a stop as we see an Indian Valley players down in the trainers are attending to him over there.
Yeah, it might be some cramping or something, not sure, but we will step aside when we return. We'll actually return to the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. The guys in studio are going to take it from here with your First National Bank of Denison halftime report. We're also going to have a special guest joining us on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. Stay tuned for more. Week 7 of the high school football season. We'll be back coming up after this.
Hi, this is Zarek with Dover Philly Heating and Cooling. How healthy is the air you breathe? When air quality outside is bad, you can breathe easy inside your home with air purifiers, high-quality air filtration, and other fine products from Dover Philly Heating and Cooling. We are your local trained comfort specialists in downtown Dover, providing 24-hour emergency service since 1981. For all your home comfort needs, call us at 330-343-5511. We look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.
The Tuscarawas County dairy farmers want you to know that low-fat chocolate milk is a great choice for student-athletes and hard workers. It provides the nutrition needed after practices, games, or a hard day at work, and it tastes great. Low-fat chocolate milk is packed with carbohydrates for energy, proteins to repair muscles, fluids to rehydrate, plus vitamins and minerals to help build strong bones and bodies. It's the official beverage of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Tuscarawas County Dairy Farmers. Farms, family, food.
The American Professional Truck Driving School by Buckeye Career Center offers hands-on CDL training and expert-led classroom instruction to prepare you for success. Already trained elsewhere? No problem. Complete testing on-site at U.S. America CDL Test Center by Buckeye Career Center. Register for training or to take your CDL test by calling today. Get the skills. Get certified. Get on the road with Buckeye Career Center.
Are you a compassionate caregiver looking for a career with purpose? Second Family Home Care and Support Services is now hiring home health aides and STNAs. We offer competitive wages, flex time scheduling, and employment rewards because we believe in supporting the people who support others. Start your journey with a company that truly cares. Visit careers.secondfamily.com to apply today or contact them at 740-462-3152.
Gillen Body Shop knows that when their business is needed, it's never planned and it can cause quite the inconvenience. That's why Gillen Body Shop makes the process as easy as possible for their customers by making sure the work is completed right the first time. Gillen Body Shop has experienced staff that give all completed work a 100% guarantee. So when those unplanned repairs to your vehicle are needed, there's only one choice. Gillen Body Shop on Cary Avenue in New Philadelphia. Find them on Facebook.
The Sarchone name has always been known for truck sales, and once you see our inventory, you'll understand why. At Sarchone Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Dalton, you'll find the largest selection of new trucks and SUVs in the area. Shop our inventory at sarchonecdjr.com or stop in and visit us on the corner of Route 30 and Route 94 in Dalton. Sarchone Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Get your own at Sarchone.
Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has just what you're looking for, so your athlete has the best gear for the sports they play. Dumont's has a large apparel selection and can handle your customized screen printing as well as embroidery for your team or business. For sporting goods and for all your apparel needs, Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has everything you want to play and look your best.
You know what's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag with a Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, 4-piece nugs, Junior Hot and Crispy Fries, and small soft drink is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Unlimited time does not mean forever. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California and via third-party delivery. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
Welcome into your First National Bank of Denison halftime report, 26-12. It is the Indian Valley Braves leading the Garaway Pirates. Shannon, back and forth battle in that first half. This is a game that it's a 14-point game, but Garaway right in this thing. They have matched Indian Valley punch for punch so far to this point. Your big difference maker, though, number 22 in the backfield for the Braves, over 200 yards and 4 touchdowns already through one half of play.
Yeah, and everybody knew coming into this game that he would be the difference maker. He just does what he does. He shows up and plays football. Yeah, you got to give a shout out to Riker Williams, the quarterback. He's thrown the ball around the field a little bit, got some other guys involved, and that's kind of made that offense move a little bit. But that Garaway defense has gave him a fit a couple times.
Yeah, they have Riker Williams 8 for 10 in the pass game, too. 85 yards, been kind of efficient in that regard. Hasn't carried the ball a whole bunch tonight. They haven't really needed him to. For Garaway, their touchdowns coming by way of hookups between quarterback Trey Miller and wide receiver in Jackson Garber. He's got 2 receptions tonight, and both of them have gone for touchdowns, 1 for 14, 1 for 46. Pirates needed those scores for sure, and defensively, if they can keep doing what they're doing right now, which is let's be honest, we know Kinsey's going to get his, but if they can limit the rest of the Indian Valley offense, could be a tight game the rest of the night.
Well, I've kind of always said with the teams coming in to play Indian Valley, you know what Indian Valley's offense is going to do. Your offense needs to kind of mirror that a little bit. You know, the Indian Valley defense is fast, but they play a lot. You know, they try to play the run a lot and try to sniff out those screen passes, and they can get themselves in trouble. And the Garaway coaches was able to expose that a little bit there in the first half. So, you know, Grady Miller at quarterback's got to be able to continue to do those kind of things right there and kind of expose that defense and move the ball around. And I think they could get themselves back in this game. But in order to get back in this game, the first thing you got to do is come out after halftime is your defense has got to get a stop.
They will absolutely have to do that, and we'll have to wait and see what the status moving forward of Brogan Wilson for Indian Valley, because right there at the halftime break on the final play, he had to be helped off the field and helped back to the locker room. That would be a big presence that they're going to miss on that defensive line and offensive line, for that matter, if Wilson's out.
Yeah, Wilson's a big fixture up front, big body. You know, he's one of the bigger offensive linemen for Indian Valley the last 2 years, so you don't want to lose any size up front. But the Pirate defense has been very fast up front, and if Indian Valley's got to bring in a backup lineman, you know Garaway's going to attack that position.
Certainly will. Well, stay tuned with the First National Bank of Denison halftime report. We'll take a brief timeout. When we return, there's going to be another team that's vying for a little hardware, but it's not the football team for Indian Valley. Be the boys golf team. We've got head coach Phil Rangel coming up here on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel.
All the talks we've had over the years, including what you've told me about not using alcohol and other drugs, they stick with me. And believe it or not, they really do make a difference, especially at times that matter most.
Hey, want a drink?
No thanks, I'm good. So thank you, Dad, for talking and preparing me for what's ahead.
Thank you for talking.
For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov
or go to empowertusk.com.
Kinsey Excavating and Trucking is a family-owned and operated business in New Philadelphia. KET is a general contractor. They provide services to commercial and municipal clients. They employ local union operators and laborers. KET is dedicated to providing outstanding work using the latest technology and employing local individuals to positively impact Tuscarawas County and the surrounding area. Kinsey Excavating and Trucking proudly supports the Indian Valley Local School District and wishes all area athletes, musicians, artists, and students a successful season.
The completion of Tusky Deli's expansion project is near and is excited to offer everyone even more items. The deli has remained open throughout the construction to continue offering the lowest prices around on their deli items, along with their made fresh daily soups, salads, sandwiches, and wraps, which is perfect for a lunchtime stop. You can find Tusky Deli on Facebook. The Tusky Deli is a proud supporter of Indian Valley Braves athletes and wishes them the best of luck in tonight's game.
When you think pizza, think a meat cheese pizza with locations in West Lafayette and Jeanette Hutton to serve you. A meat cheese pizza offers your favorite traditional pizzas as well as specialty pizzas.
It is a little
Subs,
jarring.
wings, and salads. Everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. Right now at a meat cheese, with the purchase of a large or an extra large pizza at regular price, receive a free medium cheesy bread. Try one today in West Lafayette or Jeanette Hutton. Big city taste for a small city price. Learn more.
Rolling on with your First National Bank of Denison halftime report, and we'll step away from the football side of things. Change up to another sport that's ongoing right now. Joining us, Indian Valley boys golf coach and Phil Rangel. Coach, really happy that you could join us here and talk about a little something you guys have coming up this weekend. I know it's an exciting time for Indian Valley golf. State level coming up now for you guys.
Yeah, Nick, thanks for having me. We're just really excited. We are heading out to state in Dayton, Ohio on Sunday morning. Got a practice round, then we're going to play Monday and Tuesday. So had a great season. It just seems like every couple of weeks we were breaking another record, and then we break another record, and then we break it again. And I just got to give a lot of credit to senior leadership with Deacon Bieber and Brody Mead. The guys have just never given up. Even when they don't have their game, they just always show up. They work hard. They never give up during the round. So got them, got Hayden Bieber, Cammy Nama, Phil Rangel. I mean, guys that are just coming in clutch. Even whenever the top guys might not have their stuff, somebody always just shows up.
Well, you had mentioned about record after record being broken. New record set for both 9 holes and 18 holes, I understand, this year.
Yep. Yeah.
And multiple times probably, too.
Yeah, exactly. So I, whenever I would email you guys, I would always have to put in parentheses, new school record. And it seemed like I did that about 5 or 6 times. But yeah, in the postseason IVC, I mean, to come away and shoot 11 under par, that's just unheard of at the high school level. And, we had Deegan, shooting a 66 and Brody Mead shooting a 67. And then, Phil Rangel coming in at a 71 and Logan McPeak, too, coming in at a 71. It's different guys each week. And, I mean, we even had to throw out, I think, a 77 that day. So, we are by far the deepest team that I've seen ever. And I've been told that by multiple coaches, too. They're just really impressed with us. So am I.
Well, you mentioned about not only just the records, but also an undefeated IVC South season for you guys,
yes,
correct?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. A couple of close ones. But we were able to pull off a win in the preseason. I believe we set a school record then.
It's just shocking.
Yeah, and then we shot our 11 under par in the postseason.
Now, something that's really interesting, I think, on the golf side of this, we talk about, today with a football game, you had the first half and you go in, you talk about certain adjustments, you maybe change plays, go about all that. When it comes down to it at the end of the day with golf, I mean, you and your assistant will talk with the players or with the golfers of what exactly they need to do to adjust, but it's all on them to make those adjustments work, right?
It is, and I got to give a big thanks to Matt Gosser helping me out because I've had to make some really tough decisions because we are so deep this year. I had to sit guys that were playing good, so he helped me walk through those, make those decisions. But with golf, it's tough because you can't sub them in and out. Mm-hmm. You got to play the guy the entire time, and you got to sit the guy the entire time.
If he's had a tough first 5 holes, what do you can't do anything about it?
Yep, you just got to keep grinding. And so I gotta also just thank some of the guys that did have to sit. They were really understanding. They knew the hard decisions that we had to make, and they knew it had to be somebody. So I do appreciate the courtesy that they gave me, the generosity they gave me.
And how much fun is this going to be? I mean, I know it's a trip literally across the state of Ohio, and like you and I were talking before we started here, it's going to be a long weekend, long night for those guys as well. But how exciting is just that idea of bringing that many state qualifiers over to Dayton?
It was so much fun last year just taking Deegan. It was really special. And to be able to do it with all the guys, my son, get to do it with him. But it's just going to be a big family experience. There's going to be spectators that are going to be allowed for the practice round, and I know a lot of the dads are going to be caddying for their sons.
Of course,
and so that's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a pretty hectic whirlwind of a weekend. It's going to go by fast, and we just have to lock in whenever the time comes, when the time comes to play, because we are going to be just having fun, but we got to get down to business.
Well, we look forward to seeing the updates from over there in Dayton, and we wish all the luck to you and the Braves over there. Sunday, you guys are leaving?
Yeah, Sunday morning, 9 o'clock.
All right.
Out and support us.
Yeah, no kidding. Get over to Dayton, or even just on social media. Follow along with all the updates that are coming from you guys. Wish you and all of the golfers nothing but the best of luck, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Right. Thanks, Nick.
Head coach Phil Rangel for the Indian Valley Boys Golf Team. Stick around. We'll be back after your First National Bank of Denison halftime report. More IVC football is on the way in Week 7.
Hey there, football fans. For over 60 years, Hampshire Insurance has been a cornerstone of the Sugar Creek community. We specialize in home, auto, life, commercial, and farm insurance. With our friendly and efficient service, you can rest easy knowing Hampshire Insurance is providing a path forward when the unthinkable happens. Give us a call at 330-852-4087. Hampshire Insurance, proud supporters of high school sports and your trusted neighbors in Sugar Creek.
Let Sugar Valley Meats help you get ready for the game with all your tailgate favorites. Their retail store features the freshest, locally raised beef, pork, and chicken. Enjoy freshly cured and smoked meats from the Sugar Valley Smokehouse, along with bologna, hot dogs, jerkies, and more. They can custom cut your order, and all meats are dressed on site, all with everyday low prices. Sugar Valley Meats, State Route 39 to Dutch Valley Drive, turn right and go a quarter of a mile. Celebrating 35 years of fresh, farm-raised, local meats.
Energize work and play with the Kawasaki Brute Force 450 4x4 ATV. With a 443cc 4-stroke engine, long travel suspension, on-demand drive systems, and LED lighting, this aggressively stylish midsize ATV leaves its class in a cloud of dust. Versatile, powerful, midsize. The Kawasaki Brute Force 450 4x4 ATV is built for what drives you.
See Exodus Cycles in Millersburg or online at exoduscycles.com.
Planning your next vacation or home improvement project and worried about managing expenses? CSB can help with that. Setting a goal is the first step to achieving your vision, and CSB's Money Manager tool helps you get started. Whether you are recovering from Christmas spending or preparing to send kids to college, the Personal Financial Management tool helps you set goals, track your spending, and monitor your progress. Money Manager is available within CSB's online banking. Check it out today. The Commercial and Savings Bank, member FDIC.
We invite you to discover Keim Home Center in Charm, Ohio. Keim is your destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. From renovation and building projects to custom millwork needs, our team of experts work with both homeowners and professionals to bring your vision to life. Visit Keim Home Center in Charm or online at keimhome.com. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
This is Brian Williams, commercial lender with the First National Bank of Denison. The day you decided to open your business, you planted the seed. As your roots become stronger, the First National Bank of Denison is here to help your business grow. Strong businesses make strong communities, and because we live, work, and raise our families here, your business benefits us all. Whether you need more space, equipment, or inventory, come see us today for your next business loan. We are a local bank with local decision makers, and your success is our greatest reward. At the First National Bank of Denison, we have our roots where others have their branches. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Every day begins with purpose. Every job begins with precision. At Right Mark Roofing, we don't just install roofs. We build trust and forge relationships. We understand that your roof is more than just materials. It's protection. It's peace of mind. That's why we use high-quality products and expert craftsmanship. With a sharp focus, our team is always ready to hit the mark. Call Right Mark Roofing. Let's build a future that stands strong.
This is RJ Jacobs from DAC Vitamins and Minerals. Did you know that DAC Vitamins and Minerals has more than 40 proven equine supplements that include daily multivitamins, joint, digestion, reproduction and fertility, calming, and many other specialty products? DAC also carries a complete line of livestock products called DAC Show Contender. Feed DAC Vitamins and Minerals to get the competitive edge in the show pen. We've been feeding champions since 1983.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in downtown New Philadelphia, Sugar Creek, or in Strasburg, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes good luck this season.
At Hartson's Quality Housing, we believe a home is where families grow, memories are made, and futures are built. For 47 years, we've stood by the values that matter most: honesty, trust, and a commitment to our community. Our goal is to provide affordable, reliable housing solutions. We don't just build homes, we invest in the future by supporting local student athletes and the schools that shape tomorrow's leaders. Whether it's on the field or in the classroom, we're proud to stand with our youth and the families who cheer them on. Hartson's Quality Housing, built on trust, committed to community.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
At First Federal Community Bank, investing in our community isn't just a slogan. It's how we do business each and every day. I'm Corey Parker, mobile mortgage lender, and our goal is to empower your financial well-being and build a lasting relationship with you, your family, and your business. We're here to assist you every step of the way, from checking and savings accounts to mortgages and commercial loans. First Federal Community Bank, serving your banking needs in Dover, New Philadelphia, Yorksville, Sugar Creek, Berlin, and Mount Hope. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 1810696.
Is there anything better than high school sports? Hi, this is Dan Hosteller of Ferris Chevrolet Buick Toyota. High school sports brings out the best of our high schools and our communities, and the people at Ferris have always been behind the importance of athletics and academics. Just like we believe in the great cars and trucks that we sell and service every day. Like high school sports, we are a great tradition in the area. Ferris on the Wabash, New Philadelphia.
Is your vehicle banged up? Do you want fast professional service to get back on the road? MPAC Collision offers 2 locations, Newcomerstown and Strasburg, to help you out. Whether you need auto glass repair, paintless dent repair, assistance with warranty and insurance, or just need a free estimate, MPAC Collision has you covered. So the next time you need a repair, visit MPAC Collision online at mpactcollision.com and start your free estimate and learn all about what MPAC Collision can do for you.
If you're planning a major concrete project, you need the help of Stocker Concrete Company. From precast concrete products to ready-mix concrete, sand, gravel, limestone, and concrete block, the professionals at Stocker Concrete can help you get started and keep you on the path to completion using the best materials you can find. Stocker Concrete is the concrete material provider you can count on. See them at 7574 Route 36, Janaden-Hutton, or call 740-254-4626.
TMK Valley Propane is embracing remote tank monitors. Are you tired of going outside to check your propane tank or forget to order your propane on time? TMK Valley Propane now provides reliable remote tank monitoring technology. Let TMK Valley Propane take the worry away, provide timely delivery, and never run out of propane again. Thank you for your trust in TMK Valley Propane.
All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch.
The certified public accountants at Niedenthal & Company believe in the value of relationships. Niedenthal & Company has been in business for over 50 years in your community, helping individuals and businesses grow. Niedenthal & Company can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop in to the Niedenthal facility on North Worcester Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
Back to the field with Big Z Sports.
Welcome back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing mobile studio out of the First National Bank of Denison halftime report, 26-12. It's Indian Valley Bowl as we get set for the second half of action. Huge thank you to one of our presenting sponsors today in the Kime Company. Shannon, speaking of the Kime Company, bringing you the Extra Point Show every single week. Just saw the Garaway Pirates from the Mill Street Diner in Sugar Creek this past week.
Yeah, and I'm going to be probably going to see the Kime Company. I'm going to be needing some drywall and maybe some paint.
Oh, a little project going on?
Well, you know, kind of slowing things down. Race season's over and wife's got some stuff to do. But
the honey-do list has grown is what you're saying?
The honey-do list has grown. We're going to put it on pause as we're going to go on a trip here in a couple weeks. I'm going to strand you.
Yeah, why do I want to start saying Aruba, Jamaica?
I'm going to watch you from Aruba.
So it will be Indian Valley Bowl to start off this second half.
You know, I don't want to jinx nobody, but I want you to keep in mind 2 records that Grady Kinsey doesn't hold at Indian Valley.
Yes. And I know which 2 you're going to say, but go ahead.
Total touchdowns in a game. The record is 6.
He's at 4.
And he's at 4. That record is held by Jake Davis and Shane Thornton. And the rushing yards in a game, which is 366. That he's gotten within 20 yards both times, and that record is held by Caden Hostetler. So.
And he currently sits at 211. Thomas Grimm to send it back deep. A Cartoons, a New Philadelphia kickoff, a spiraling kick that will go back into the hands of a returner. It's Hostetler for the Braves, so look for room on the right side. He's got a lot of it. Now the 35, 40, sideline, 50. He's up to the 45, will step out of bounds just in front of the 40-yard line as Grimm takes him out. Nice return there for Hostetler, puts him in plus territory at the 44.
Yeah, the track star was smart right there. He found his lane, got up the sideline, you're not going to get past all those defenders. Make the smart play. Just step out of bounds, save your body for another play.
You see the ball at the 44-yard line. Hostetler, when he runs, it doesn't look like he's running at full speed, but we promise you he is because the ground that he covers.
And I've always said the fastest kids look like they're running in slow motion.
Braves break the huddle. Up by 14, looking to make a big statement here on this first drive to start the third quarter. We know that's something as a hallmark of a head coach Matt Lancaster-led team. Shotgun, direct snap to Kinsey. He'll look for room, is swallowed up, but he'll still drive forward and still make something out of nothing. A 2-yard pickup. He was met about a yard behind the line of scrimmage. Looked like one of the first guys to get a hold of him was Wyatt Miller, but he broke free for a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, and that's the thing right there. The defensive line has been winning the trenches all night. But Grady Kinsey, he makes up for, the misplay up front.
2nd down and 8. Thanks to the guys back in studio for their halftime report, checking in with other area games ongoing. Pistol formation. Williams has Kinsey right behind him. Play fake. They go out to the left side. A little in and out route there to Rowan Pasine. Breaks the tackle, and he lost his footing and goes down at the 30-yard line. Pickup of 16. And it looked like Kinsey might be, I thought he was cramping up there for a minute, stretching himself out after a block.
Yeah, got to say thanks to Indian Valley golf coach Phil Rankle coming on. The Braves got a shot at making some history down at the state tournament this week. I believe they're asking everybody in Braves Nation to come to the square this Sunday.
9 o'clock on Sunday morning, in fact, is when they're leaving. So if you're in the Janayton-Hutton area, why don't you stop on down and wish the golf team good luck heading off to the state level. What did he say, 6 golfers, I believe, who all qualified. Good stuff there for the Braves. 2 wide receivers right, 1 left, tight end on the left side of the line. Pistol, Williams, pitch play, Kinsey on the edge, cut back, 35, breaks a tackle, pushes off the corner, leans forward up to the 22-yard line, an 8-yard pickup on first down.
Yeah, just another one right there. Nice little pitch there by Williams. Looked like Kinsey was going to be stopped about 4 yards short, but he was able to run through, make the guy bounce off, got a couple extra yards out of it.
Actually, they marked him back at the 23, so just a 7-yard pickup. Reese St. Clair will check into the game. He'll bring the play call into Williams. St. Clair, you remember, had the interception that was in the first half, but it was wiped off the board by the PI, and he'll actually line up as the tailback. Kinsey will be your fullback in the I form. Williams under center, turns. Kinsey as the fullback. Stutter steps inside, lost his footing, and he falls about a half-yard short. They'll say it's a 2-yard pickup, but 3rd down and inches.
Yeah, look. The Pirates defense got a good push right there. So Kinsey tried to shift his angle a little bit to the left there, and I think he might have tripped over a lineman's feet and fell down.
3rd and 1. Ball sits at the 21-yard line of the Braves. Indian Valley going to go a little bit heavier here, bringing in Caden Riggs at tight end. See if the Braves want to go fire. Instead, looks like they'll slow it down in I form. Williams will go under center. Kinsey your tailback. Barr your fullback. Williams takes the snap, turns, misdirection. Kinsey up the middle, breaks free, 15, 10, 5, leans for the pylon, and he's in. From 21 yards out, Kinsey with his 5th touchdown of the night. And the Braves cap off the first drive of the second half of the score.
Like I said, just did a nice job getting outside, able to just to keep bouncing it. He's got that little bit of speed right there, and he took a nice angle to get into the end zone.
5 touchdowns, 244 yards on the ground for the senior. Braves are going to go for 2. Play call comes into Williams as he'll line up under center again in the I form. James lined up wide right. They'll turn. Play fake. Williams rolling to the right. He's got some running room. He'll lean in, and he's in. 2 yards in from the extra, or the 2-point conversion, and the Braves are up by 22. Back after this Cush Financial Group timeout.
We invite you to discover Keim Home Center in Charm, Ohio. Keim is your destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. From renovation and building projects to custom millwork needs, our team of experts work with both homeowners and professionals to bring your vision to life. Visit Keim Home Center in Charm or online at keimhome.com. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
Top Notch Auto on East Plum Alley in Janayton. Your one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, offering experienced staff that can handle just what you need to keep your vehicle running at its best. Top Notch Auto specializes in diagnostics with state-of-the-art diagnostics equipment. Whether your vehicle needs regular maintenance or major repairs, Top Notch Auto can handle all your vehicle needs. They also offer a large selection of tire brands, including Goodyear, Kelly, and Cooper, just to name a few. Find Top Notch Auto LLC on Facebook.
Back to the field with Big Z Sports.
Back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. Another Cartoons, a New Philadelphia kickoff. Colt James, line drive dribbler, will go back to Fry, who grabs it at his own 16. Fry looks for room on the right side, cuts up the middle. He's got a lane at the 30. Flag in the back of the return, and he'll go at the 45-yard line when he goes down, but it's going to come back quite a ways.
Yeah, that looked like it was a block in the back right there. Oh, no, crackback block.
Crackback block, so that will move Garaway back. Flag is at the 25-yard line. We'll see where they mark it off officially from. Obviously, the Pirates will lose some of that great starting field position. I know we have said this time and time again when we do Indian Valley games, Shannon. What else can Grady Kinsey do? Because 5 touchdowns, 244 yards, we just started the third quarter.
Yeah, he's just, I mean, the kid has lived for football his whole life. You know, I've been lucky enough. I'm in the Indian Valley School District. My kids go to school here. You know, he's lived for football since he was a little kid, and now it's his senior year, and he works hard, and that's what hard work gets you.
So Garaway will take over at their own 12-yard line. Costly penalty moves them back deep into their own territory.
Been a lot of costly penalties on both sides of the ball tonight.
Miller in the pistol, gives it off. It's Fry. Fry looks for room. He's met by one defensive lineman, but breaks free. Now he's on the right side, towards the sideline, up to the 25-yard line. Nice carry there for Matthew Fry. They mark him at the 26, a 14-yard carry for a First Federal Community Bank first down. That'll put you and give you some breathing room.
Yeah, a nice job by the right side of the offensive line. They got the push, and then Fry did the rest. You know, he kind of drug a couple players right there, was able to push through and get up the field. So that was an outstanding run right there by Fry.
Fry, a 5'10", 200-pound junior tailback, having himself a nice night. 7 carries for 87 yards so far. He'll line up off the left hit of Miller in the shotgun. Miller goes back to pass, looks left, now goes right, down the sideline, jump ball. It's a one-on-one battle and a back shoulder catch. What a grab there as the defender was blanketing him all over him. It's Colson Coomerly.
Yeah, Colson just did an outstanding job right there.
That one went down to the 46-yard line. A 21-yard pickup on the pitch and catch down the sideline. Shotgun for Miller again, empty backfield, throws the in route in and out of the hands of the receiver. That time looking up the field again, it was Micah Yoder who was in the middle, didn't have any defenders around him. But again, Shannon, I think the eyes might have traveled upfield.
Yeah, and they've dropped a couple of those easy ones like that right there, and that kind of kills your momentum. You get the offense is rolling. They found something that works with throwing the ball against this Indian Valley defense, and it looks like that's what they're going to continue to try to do. And you can't keep putting the ball on the turf like that when it's just an easy pitch and catch.
Shotgun again with Miller, has Fry in the backfield with him. Braves show blitz. He'll turn, hand it off. Fry is swallowed up immediately. And actually, take it back. Sorry, straight up the middle. It was Miller. The play fake had me fooled, and he'll go up the middle for about 5 yards. Yeah. I think it had half the Braves sideline fooled, too.
Well, it had everybody fooled because Miller actually pulled it out at the last second and took off. He seen the blitz coming. He knew that they were going to key on Fry, so he stuck it in long enough to get them all to bite, and he pulled it and kept right on going.
Heck of a play there for the sophomore quarterback. He'll line up in the pistol with Fry right behind him. 2 wide receivers left, 1 right, tight end on the right side. Miller turns, hands it off. Fry swallowed up, still fighting, breaks off 1 tackle, but he goes backwards. A 2-yard loss, and the Indian Valley defensive line wasn't going to let him go that time.
Big decision right here for Coach Wallach, and I look for him to go with it on that, in Braves territory.
Be 4th and 8. Ball is at the 44 of Indian Valley. Pirates didn't even tease at the fact of bringing out their punt team to keep the offense out there. 3 wide receivers left, 2 right. Miller in the shotgun by himself. And now they'll look over to the Garaway sideline for a play change. Braves change their defense accordingly.
Down to 4 seconds.
Play clock at 1. And there's going to be a delay of game, and it will move Garaway back. Might have been just hoping to get Indian Valley to jump. Now they'll go into the punt formation.
And the thing is, though, they never even tried to do a cadence or anything to get him to jump. It didn't look like. I mean, he might have been saying something down there from up here. It didn't look like he was trying.
So it will be punt time as Grimm will come out to send it back deep.
I'll tell you what, Grimm's had some outstanding punts, and the special teams did a nice job getting down there, putting it inside the one. I think if you're Indian Valley, you move St. Clair all the way back just to maybe try to get up off the bounce.
St. Clair will be at his 20-yard line. Grimm will punt from about his 38. That's where his heels are on. Snap is right to his chest. He'll drive it into the night sky. An end-over-end, kind of a wobbly punt. It'll bounce at the 12. It'll roll back. It goes back towards the 1. It's still going back, and the defender is right there to down it at the 1. My goodness, Thomas Grimm is having an incredible night in special teams.
St. Clair ran back there with it, and they just kind of let it go, and nobody pays attention to the ball. And one of these times, it's going to get them in trouble.
So Indian Valley starts with their heels on their own goal line again. Ball will be at the 1-yard line.
You remember last week we seen that scenario with Strasburg, but it went for 99.5-yard touchdown run.
Well, for Grimm, maybe not in the stat column in terms of yards or anything like that, but he is doing his part tonight because on special teams he has flipped the field about 3 or 4 different times. Braves are going to go with the I for him. Kinsey will line up as your fullback. They will give it to him. Left side, cuts back in. He's at the 5, breaks 1 tackle, now the 10, and he is tomahawked from behind at the 15, goes down at the 19-yard line. That was a pickup of 18 and a First Federal Community Bank first down. That'll give him plenty of breathing room.
Yeah, and Grady's got to watch it right there. That was a big shot coming from behind. Looked like they were going for the ball, and Grady's got to watch he don't get it separated from his body too far.
Kind of had it out there at, well, you said the chicken wing.
The chicken wing.
Ball at the 19-yard line of the Braves. They lead 34-12, 6:15 to go here in the third quarter. Today's presentation of high school football brought to you in part by DAC Vitamins and Minerals, feeding champions since 1983. They'll go trips bunch right and the empty backfield in the shotgun. Swing pass out to the left. It's Hostetler using some speed down the sideline. He'll go up to the 33-yard line. Pickup of 9. And take it back even farther than that. Pickup of 13 that time, as it'll be a First Federal Community Bank first down.
Yeah, that was just a nice pass. I mean, Riker did another job getting the snap, and he just hurried up and fired it out there to Hostetler, and he was able to return it upfield for a couple yards.
If you're Indian Valley on the offensive side of things, coming into this game, you knew Garaway knew that you were going to try to do misdirections, you were going to try to do wham, you're going to try to do it all up the middle. But they have really spread it out on the outsides, and Williams has been extremely efficient tonight in the passing game. Shotgun for him, running back either side of him. He'll turn. He'll fake it to Kinsey. He looks for room. Puts his shoulder down, and he lost the football. It'll roll back, and the Garaway defense is scrambling for it. Indian Valley falls on it, too. We'll see what the call is. I believe it might have been the Pirates who come up with it. And sure enough, they will. At the 44-yard line of Indian Valley, a costly turnover for Williams and the Braves.
Yeah, that just big defensive stand right there for the Pirates.
Williams lowered his shoulder into the linebacker, kept driving forward, and suddenly the ball popped forward and rolled about 3 yards back towards the secondary. Ball will be at the 46 of Indian Valley. That's the break you needed if you're Garaway.
Yeah, now you got to turn it into points. With 5:53 to go here in the third quarter, you trailed 34-12. Offensively, you got to make something happen.
Miller will come out in the pistol. 2 wide receivers left with a tight end as well. He'll turn. He'll give it off. Fry goes up the middle, and he'll fall just maybe a half yard down in front of the line of scrimmage, a 1-yard gain rather for Fry. He kind of lost his footing trying to cut back lane.
Yeah, he tried to cut back, and he went down. His knee hit, and he tried to pop back up, which he only got about another yard after that, but the officials marked it back where his knee touched.
This ball will be at the 45, second down and 9, 5.5 to go in the third. If you're the Braves up by 22 right now, you obviously want another defensive stand. But thinking with all the mistakes that you've had right now with a 22-point game, what do you think it would actually be without those mistakes? As Miller goes back to pass in the shotgun, pump fakes. Now he's going to put it down the field with a double move. It's up, and the defenders are there, and somehow the receiver hauled it in through double coverage. Hauling it in down the field is Micah Yoder.
Yeah, huge catch right there by Micah Yoder. He's got no fear. He goes up. He knows the hit's coming.
A 39-yard hookup into the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone. Micah Yoder, what hands has he got leveled by the safety coming up from the middle of the field and somehow fought through the contact and held on. Garaway's going to go with the diesel package. 2 fullbacks line up in front of Fry, and flags already. And I'm not sure what it'd be. It looks like an illegal substitution or too many men on the field because the official is counting. And I think he's pointing to the Braves side. It is an illegal substitution or too many men, one of the two. I believe illegal substitution, Shannon. Not sure what that would be, though, because no players are coming off the field for the Braves. Officials are talking it over. And they didn't move them back, and they wave off the flag.
Yeah,
that was bizarre.
Yeah, he counted, and I think just the way the players were standing, he thought there was 12 on the field, but there really wasn't.
Well, good on the officials there getting the right call in, as Garaway will go with the diesel again.
One of the Indian Valley players started to come off, and the officials stopped him, and they counted all the hats, and then they waved it.
Miller under center, and about 5 different people got started too early. Miller never moved, and the false start will move Garaway back 5 yards.
Yeah, it looked like it was the right guard that went first.
They will stay in the red zone, but it pushes them back to the 12-yard line now. First down and goal to go from the 12. It's been the big plays tonight for Garaway that have paid the dividends, the latest being that 39-yard hookup to Yoder. Indian Valley sideline gets up on their feet. And it looks like they're going to go with the diesel again. Colson Keller will be right behind Miller under center. Gives it off. Fry looks for room on the right side. Tried to break the edge, and he's got nowhere to go. Stonewalled at the line of scrimmage.
I was kind of waiting for him to come out in the diesel and him do a little fake right there and roll around and maybe have the tight end coming off the backside, maybe try to little pop pass out there, but they went for it, and the Braves defense was able to sniff it out.
Second down and goal to go from the 12. Pirates offense so far tonight, 13 completions for Grady Miller, over 130 yards. Nice night out of the backfield for Fry, who's knocking on the door of a 100-yard game, but they still find themselves down by 3 scores. They'll go pistol now. 2 wide receivers left, 1 right. Miller in front of Fry. He'll give it off. Looks for room up the gut, and nowhere to go against. Met at the line of scrimmage and dropped. That time it was actually Jalen Jimenez who was the running back up the middle.
Yeah, the Braves defense did a nice job collapsing up front. Had McWilliams on the outside over here come in on the blitz coming down the backside of the line of scrimmage. So he kind of had his eyes on the running back and the quarterback just in case the quarterback decided to pull it.
So now third down from the 12-yard line. Pirates break the huddle, and they're going to have an empty backfield for Miller. 3 by 2, 3 left, 2 right. All receivers spread out wide, trying to find a hole in the Indian Valley defense. Here comes the pressure. Miller throws the slant route, and it's in and out of the hands of the receiver. And it'll bring up fourth down. Micah Yoder with a drop there in the middle of the field. We've seen them go to that slant route or that quick in route, Shannon, but they've had about 3 different drops on that tonight.
Yeah, looked like it was in there. There was 2 defenders in the area. Not sure one of them got their hands on it or not. But they had Riker Williams, who was coming in quick on the outside over here on the right side with the blitz.
No surprise, the Pirates are going to go for it as they'll come out in the same formation. Miller alone in the shotgun. Pressure again from the Braves. Throws the left corner of the back of the end zone, and Kyler Vosick knocks it away. It'll be a turnover on downs, and Indian Valley ball on their own 12. Kind of a heads-up play by Vosick, who he wasn't sure if he could get the interception, so he just kind of volleyball set it out of bounds.
Yeah, you got to make sure you get it out of bounds. You don't want to make sure it stays in bounds and give the receiver a chance at making a tip catch, because we know those Pirate wide receivers got great hands.
So Indian Valley takes over again on offense. Just under 3 minutes to go here in the third.
Quick impact collision scoreboard update. New Philadelphia 28, Madison Comprehensive 14, Malvern 35, Buckeye Trail 8, Dover 28, Worcester 14, Strasburg 3, East Canton 0.
What a defensive battle going on in that game.
Claymont 41, Tusky Valley 0.
Shotgun formation. Looks like Kinsey's going to line up as your Wildcat quarterback. He'll take the direct snap. He's got a hole at the 30. And stiff arm in the second level. 35 steps out of a tackle. Another stiff arm. He's at the 40. Now he's in midfield. 1 man to beat, and nobody's going to catch him. Grady Kinsey from 88 yards out. And he ties the single game touchdown record for the Braves.
That gives him 6 as he just ties Shane Thornton and Jake Davis with the record.
The Air Force commit goes 88 yards for his 5th touchdown, and unofficially by our count, Shannon, sits at 350 yards for the night.
Yeah, the guys that got the official count are sitting beside us.
I'll compare my numbers here shortly, because who knows how close I am. 6 touchdowns, and they're going to go for 2 with Kinsey in the backfield. Williams goes under center. Barr at fullback. Motion man from left to right is Pacine, and Garaway jumped. Or maybe an Indian Valley player might have got started early.
Yeah, they're saying Indian Valley.
Going to say players from both lines moved. So now this two-point conversion gets a little bit more difficult. Kinsey has now gone the distance from 88 yards, 21 yards, 2 yards, 57 yards, 23 yards, and 69 yards tonight to account for the unofficially 350 yards and 6 touchdowns. I for him with Williams under center. Play fake, throws the out route. Colt James is there, diving attempt at the goal line, and he can't haul it in as James goes down. We'll take the Cush Financial Group timeout for this kickoff. Big Z Sports is back right after this.
Cush Financial Group has been proudly serving the community's financial needs for over 35 years. The team at Cush Financial follows an industry-leading service model with a unique approach and fiduciary responsibilities associated with their board-certified financial planner. With over 75 years of combined experience, the advisors at Cush Financial Group are here to help you achieve your financial goals. Contact their office at 330-308-8700 or visit their website at cushfinancial.com to see about scheduling your free consultation today. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Independence Capital Company Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC.
Jeff Wallach, LLC, is a family-owned and operated company proudly serving greater Northeast Ohio and surrounding communities for over 25 years. We specialize in vinyl siding, replacement windows and doors, gutters, downspouts, and much more. We provide quality service regardless of the size or scope of the project. Our crews are reliable, respectful, and mindful of a safe work environment. Jeff Wallach, LLC is certified by the Better Business Bureau. Call today and discover how we can assist you in making your vision a reality.
Welcome back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. Time for another Cartoons of New Philadelphia kickoff. Today's presentation brought to you in part, as it has been all season long, by Right Mark Roofing. Colt James set to kick it off deep, 40-12. Indian Valley leads with 2:37 to go here in the third. And Shannon, we'll get you an update on some stats coming up here in a second as James will put it back deep. That'll go into the hands of an up man at the 22-yard line. He'll look for room at the 30, and he runs into a wall. Ball came out for a second there, I thought, and it will eventually go down. The returner was Braylon Books that time. According to the Indian Valley stat book, 6 touchdowns for Kinsey. We know that much. We've got him sitting somewhere between 350 and 357 yards at this point. And what was the single game record that you've been bringing up?
Single game record's 366.
Kinsey knocking on the doorstep of that. It has already been an incredible night for the Braves on the offensive side of the ball and for Kinsey. Garaway coming out on offense, trying to find an answer. In the shotgun, it will be Miller with a running back to his left and Fry. 2 wide receivers left, 1 right. Tight end on the left side. Miller. Play fake, goes back to pass, pressure, throws a jump ball towards the sideline, and what a grab, and he's separated from the ball as the quarterback comes over in Vosick and lays the lick.
Yeah, he had the ball, like you said, Vosick come in there, put his shoulder pads right on the midsection and knocked it loose.
That was Jackson Garber who went up, looked like he had the reception, but got separated from the ball. What a collision. A lot of credit to Garber, who you said, Shannon, him and Yoder really have no fear going down the field. They're going to go up and try to grab everything. Garber stayed with it, but Vosick could not have timed that hit any better.
Yeah, Vosick did an outstanding job right there. Like you said, coming over there. I mean, those receivers for Garaway are tough athletes, and he took a pretty good shot right there.
Miller, pistol, handoff, Fry, right side, and he is tripped up at the line, falls forward for a yard gain. Riker Williams and Caden Riggs were in the backfield almost immediately. 1 yard pickup for Fry.
You know, 40-12 lead for the Braves with 2:12 to go here in the third quarter. Garaway's got to figure out a way to get a first down right here because you're kind of really too deep to go for it in 4-down territory, but you're also so many points behind. You kind of got to make something happen.
3rd down and 9 under 2 minutes to go as the Pirates look to get the play call in. Garaway sitting at 5-1 this year. Their only defeat at the hands of Girard. Right now, staring at a rather crooked number on the scoreboard, looking to mount the comeback. They'll go 3-by-2, 3 wide receivers left, 2 to the right, spread out. Motion man from right to left. Miller in the shotgun. He'll roll to the left. Looks for a tunnel screen. He'll get into the hands of the receiver who's looking for room. Down the field, flag comes in as it wasn't enough for a first down across midfield, but 2 flags on that reception for Trey Miller. It's going to be coming back.
They got 3 flags.
Oh, 3. I didn't see the third one.
That's how obvious the hold was over here. So we got 3 flags on it, and that was a pretty big gain right there, but it like I said, it's coming back.
Would be a spot foul if I'm not mistaken. We'll see where they move the flag up to the 40-yard line, so that would back Garaway up to their own 30-yard line.
So it'll be about 3rd and 12.
So the Pirates will look to convert again. It was Indian Valley who was guilty of the holding infractions in that first half. Their drives so far in the third have been a little bit more polished, cleaned up a little bit more on that regard. How much of that halftime conversation do you think was related to some of those penalties?
Both coaches probably had a lot to say. Indian Valley's coaching staff probably had more to say about the personal foul penalties than they did the other penalties.
So Garaway getting the play call in from the sideline. Head coach Jason Wallach and his staff will put Miller out in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers right, 2 left. Miller with his heels at his own 25. 3rd down and 12. He'll go back to pass, looks to the right side, pump fakes, now throws it middle of the field, and a diving attempt for the ball and couldn't quite haul it in was Rowan Passine, who nearly picked it off, but it's incomplete and brings up 4th down. Passine had it, but the contact or the impact with the ground jarred it away. And now we've got a pass interference call on Indian Valley. I didn't see the flag drop, but it will give Garaway the 1st down. There was some contact in the second level. I'm not sure if it was a linebacker or the slot safety, or slot corner rather, who was on the receiver. And the intended target from Miller, new life breathed into Garaway this drive.
Yeah, and like I said, that's a big play right there because, if you're Indian Valley, you kind of want to put this game away and you give them, a little bit more oxygen right there.
Ball up to the 45. Miller in the pistol. He'll turn, gives it off to Fry, and somebody got started early again.
Yeah, it looked like the wide receiver out here kind of got a jump.
By my count, that is the 4th false start for Garaway so far tonight. Some of the mistakes the Pirates have had that have cost them.
Well, as Travis McWilliams says, you can't play behind the sticks, and they've put themselves behind the sticks a few times tonight.
Well, and something else that Travis has always brought up for us before with Big Z Sports is the mental mistakes, because most of the false starts and stuff, that has nothing to do with, just a holding or something like that where it's an action you're doing on the field. It's just not aware of when the snap count's coming or something along those lines. Play fake, and Miller is grabbed. Titan Peterman has him and will finally pull him down. 2nd sack of the night for Peterman, who was in the backfield almost immediately on the back of Miller.
Yeah, Titan did an outstanding job right there, shedding his block and getting through there quick. And that's going to bring up 2nd down and to be about 20 yards now. But now if you're Indian Valley, this is where you gotta be smart. You don't want to give them some free yards right here.
Peterman's 2nd sack as the clock rolls in the 3rd quarter. 12 seconds on the play clock. We are going to have at least one final snap here in this 3rd quarter. Riker Williams trying to get the Indian Valley faithful up for this defensive play. 2nd and 20. Miller in the pistol. Fry behind him. 2-by-2. They'll turn. Hand it off. Fry up the middle. He's grabbed by Brogan O'Connor, and he's driven back and dropped. A 2-yard loss as Indian Valley's defensive line converges again.
Yeah, just an outstanding push right there in the trenches, but that'll end the 3rd quarter.
Hold your 4s in the air. One final quarter to go here in Week 7 in this IVC clash between Indian Valley and Garaway. Big Z Sports is back right after this.
We invite you to discover Keim Home Center in Charm, Ohio. Keim is your destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. From renovation and building projects to custom millwork needs, our team of experts work with both homeowners and professionals to bring your vision to life. Visit Keim Home Center in Charm or online at keimhome.com. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
Are you ready to make a difference in a young person's life? Big Brothers Big Sisters of East Central Ohio has 88 children waiting for a mentor. As a mentor, you will spend as little as 4 hours a month with your little, guiding them, listening, and helping them discover their full potential. Your time and your kindness can change the course of their future. By becoming a Big, you're not just volunteering, you're defending the potential of a child, giving them an opportunity to dream big and reach higher. Visit www.bigs4kids.com to sign up and help us make sure that no child has to wait. Big Brothers Big Sisters of East Central Ohio. Ohio. Defend the potential and become a Big today.
Welcome back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. Fourth quarter. Shannon Thomas and I weren't ready there. Trying to figure out a little stats question we've got off to the side.
Everybody jumped the gun on us here. We're used to running commercials.
No, to be fair, Chris, he did exactly what I asked him. That was my mistake. It will be a Garaway third down and 20 from their own 35-yard line, make it 34-yard line. It's been all Braves so far. A tight battle. It was a 26-12 battle at halftime, but Indian Valley has stretched their lead, and somebody moved early again for the Pirates.
Yeah, I mean, just right now, you're not helping your own cause.
By my count, I think 5 false starts for the Pirates now as we start off this final quarter of action. Huge thank you to all of our presenting sponsors, and whether you're tuned in at 99.9 or on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel, thanks for making Big Z Sports your number one choice for high school sports in Z Country. Pirates ball, Miller in the shotgun all alone again. He'll go back to pass. Pressure off the left side. Steps up, delivers down the sideline, and way overshot that one off the fingertips of Carson Hostetler. That'll be 4th and 20. Receiver ran kind of a comeback route, and there was nobody down the sideline. Hostetler might have, if he was another step back, probably would have had the INT.
Yeah, the quarterback and wide receiver were just on two different pages right there. Like I said, Miller thought that he was going to keep streaking, and the receiver on the comeback, and just Hostetler just sitting out there waiting for it.
So on 4th and 20, deep in their own territory, Coach Wallach and company will put it back deep. Thomas Grimm, who's been kind of your MVP if you're Garaway, he has had some incredible punts tonight, will take the snap and will boot it away. Wobbly punt will go towards the right sideline. That might have hit off of Vosick, the returner for Indian Valley. It will roll back into the field of play. Vosick's going to pick it up. He'll fall forward at the 25-yard line. Now the heads-up play there was from St. Clair because he actually blocked the gunner who was coming down the field.
Yeah, and he's seen the ball was touched. Luckily, he came and blocked the guy so Vosick could go get it. That's just one of those things that you got to be aware where the ball's at when you're sprinting down the field.
So Grady Kinsey with 6 touchdowns, 350 yards tonight. And it looks like we had a block in the back called on Indian Valley. Again, we didn't see the flag come out, Shannon. That will put the Braves backwards, but they still will have the ball.
Yeah, the starting offense is going to come back out on the field, but I don't think we'll see too much of them.
So what we were talking about, though, while we were kind of late coming back from that break, Kinsey sits at 357 yards. He has tied the single-game record held by 2 other players with 6 touchdowns. He needs 9 yards to tie the single-game yardage record, 10 to break it. He'll line up in the I form behind Barr. Williams will go under center. Snap goes back. Kinsey, misdirection up the middle. He's at the 20. Stiff arm as he's got a man on his ankles, and he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. They'll give him some forward progress. A 6-yard pickup.
You got about half of it right there.
2nd down and 3 upcoming. Kinsey now sits on 23 carries at 263 yards.
You know, he already owns the record for most rushing yards in the season. He owns the career touchdown records at Indian Valley. I think he was at 109 coming to tonight. Now he's at 115, I believe.
He would need 4 on this carry. In the I-4, Kinsey behind Barr. Williams under center. Pitch play. Kinsey looks for room. Cut back. Stonewalled at the 21. Still keeps his feet driving, and he'll go forward for maybe a yard. Bring up 3rd down and short. If you're the Garaway defense, I think you have a strong feeling what this next play is going to be. Something to 22. Looks like the Braves have brought in. Nope, I take that back. Thought they had brought in a backup lineman.
Last week, Kinsey broke the career rushing yards record that was held by Jake Davis that a lot of people didn't think that would ever get broke.
Records are made to be broke sometimes. Actually, all the time. I for him again. Kinsey behind Barr. 1 wide receiver right. Williams will go under center. Williams turns, hands it off. It's Kinsey up the middle. He's got a lot of room. He's at the 25 and the 30. Into the 3rd level. Now the 40. Stiff arm. He's got 4 Pirates on his back. It'll go down at the 46. A 24-yard pickup. And by our count, Shannon, 388 and the new single-game record for the Braves.
Yeah, there's no doubt that broke the record. He was close, and now it's out of the water. So I look for the starters to come out, and the first one coming out now is Grady Kinsey. I'd say his night's done, and Reese St. Clair is going to go get the carries.
Kinsey will get a hug from head coach Matt Lancaster and the rest of the coaching staff and his teammates on the sideline. What an incredible night for the senior and the Air Force commit. In the I-4, Maurice St. Clair now your tailback behind Barr. It'll go to St. Clair. Cut back, stutter step, and he goes up the middle, and he lost the ball. St. Clair put it on the turf, a scramble for it. It'll go back into the hands, I thought it was maybe St. Clair himself, a 2-yard pickup on the fumble.
Yeah, I don't know who Caden Riggs put the block on out here, man, but he completely leveled. Or that might have been Bradley Barr that completely leveled somebody out here.
It was officially announced over the loudspeaker that Kinsey now stands alone with the most yards in a single game. Braves come back out on offense, 9:15 to go. Up 40-12. Looking well on their way to improving to 6-0 this season. I form again. Williams under center. Pitch play. St. Clair looks for room. Barr gets the cornerback, and now here comes the flag. St. Clair had the first as he goes out of bounds, but it's coming back. Hold out on the edge. Not sure if it was on Barr or Caden Riggs. There's going to be more than a few penalties for both these teams to evaluate heading into film tomorrow.
Yeah, that's not going to make either Coach Lancaster or Coach Wallach happy. It don't matter if you win the football game. There's that many yellow flags on the ground. They're not going to be happy.
Ball back to the 38-yard line. Under 9 minutes to go. Huge thank you to all of our presenting sponsors. And you got to say, a huge thank you to both these communities for Indian Valley and for Garaway. What an incredible atmosphere, an absolutely packed house here tonight, Shannon. This has been one of the best atmospheres we've seen in high school football in a long time.
Yeah, all the schools in Tuscarawas County have a great fan base, and it just shows on Friday nights like this.
They're going to give it to Barr on the fullback dive. He goes straight up the middle, and he shrugs off a couple different tacklers. He'll go all the way up to the 48-yard line, make it the 47. Nice carry there for Barr. On a 9-yard pickup there, straight up the gut.
Barr just did a nice job right there, giving the ball, ran straight forward, didn't try to be fancy.
Not often do you see the fullback dive with that kind of efficiency, but Barr showing off the wheels and the strength. Braves get the call again. Williams running the play clock down. He'll go under center. Barr your fullback, St. Clair your tailback. Turns, gives it off. Barr again off the left side. Got some room and another flag in the backfield. Barr had the first down, but it doesn't matter. It's coming back again.
And funny, the best reaction I've seen, Riker Williams. Riker looks over and sees the hold, and he sees the flag go bouncing in front of him. He just hangs his head because he watched the hold too.
So instead of third down and short, on the spot foul, it'll move Indian Valley to third and long. 3rd and 13, to be exact. Braves offense tonight, we can talk about the efficiency of the passing game, can talk about the defensive stands, but I don't think there's much else that can be said with what Kinsey did for this team tonight, and the offensive line for that matter, setting them up. Wide receiver screen to Colt James. He's got some room on the tunnel. Up at the 50, now the 45, and shrugs off a tackler. He's got a First Federal Community Bank first down. A hookup of 14 yards on the tunnel screen, and Colt James showing off some strength on the edge.
Some Stalker Concrete scoreboard updates. New Philadelphia 35, Madison Comprehensive 21, Malvern 41, Buckeye Trail 14, Dover 35, Worcester 14, East Canton 14, Strasburg 3, Claymont 41, Tusky Valley 0. That game has gone final. Ridgewood 48, Sandy Valley 7. That one's final. Newcomerstown and TCC broke out into a basketball game as that one's final, but Newcomerstown wins 70-40.
Williams with some misdirection. Up the middle now is the running back. He'll go to the left side after he found some extra space. It was St. Clair. That was a pickup of about 8. Nice job by St. Clair on the misdirection.
A couple more Stalker Concrete scoreboard updates. A couple good games going on as Conotton Valley leads Frontier in the fourth quarter, 28-20. Carrollton has fought back, and it's 21-21 third quarter.
It's a Cush Financial Group timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. Big Z Sports is back right after this.
Lindsay Adams State Farm takes pride in customer service, community involvement, and their professional knowledge in the products and services offered, providing protection to their customers in more ways than just their auto insurance by protecting you from encountering any unexpected occurrences, including your auto, home, income, and the loss of a loved one. At Lindsay Adams State Farm, you're more than a customer, you're part of their family. Learn more about what Lindsay and her agents can do for you by visiting lindsayadamsf.com. Ron's Heating and Cooling in Denison has been serving this great area since 1977. At Ron's, no matter what you need, they can handle it. From heating and cooling to standby Generac generators, water heaters, tankless water heaters, mobile home equipment, duct cleaning, and 24-hour no-heat service. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call 740-922-5252. Ron's Heating and Cooling proudly supports high school sports and would like to wish best of luck to all local athletes participating this season.
Welcome back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio as the second team offense has come in for Indian Valley. Bodie Raymond goes up the middle and maybe a half-yard gain as it will bring up a third down and short now for the Braves. So the first team offense, their night has come to an end, and I'd say they've earned the rest. Shannon?
Quick Stalker Concrete scoreboard update. Go ahead.
Handoff up the middle, looking for room. It looks like it's Bronco Braun. Braun gets into the second level, and he's up to the 21-yard line. A 22-yard pickup, or take it back, I'm sorry, a 13-yard pickup there for Braun.
Go back to that Stalker Concrete scoreboard update as Indian Creek leads Harrison Central 28-21. Manchester all over Fairless 42-13. And somehow in the last 45 seconds, Alliance has jumped out 34-21.
Where did that come from?
So
you were getting yelled at from back in the studio.
Yeah,
about
that. The scoreboard was wrong, and I read it wrong, and I'll take the blame for that.
So the new quarterback who's in for the Braves looks like it's number 17, Jeter Bolin, the freshman. Bolin will go under center. He'll turn and hand it off. Looking for room is Raymond. He's got some room into the second level, and he'll get up to about the 15.5-yard line. Give him a gain of about 5 that time around. Got to be a good feeling for this Braves second-team offense. They know how efficient the varsity starters have been tonight, getting in there. Having some success, moving the ball into the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone.
Yeah, in the last few weeks, the second string has got to come in a lot and play for Indian Valley, and it continues tonight. They get to come in, and that's how you build your programs up. And these young kids, they just want to play football, and they get the opportunity. They don't bring them in and let them kneel on the ball and do all that stuff. They let them take it down the field.
Bronco Braun will be your running back again. Bolin will line up under center with a fullback in between them. They'll give it off. Braun cuts back inside. He goes up to the 15, and he is met hard and dropped there. Brings up third down and medium. 4.5 minutes to go here. Coming up, the Dumont Sporting Goods postgame show. We'll wrap everything up here from Jeanette and Hutton, hand out our McAturf Realty Player of the Game, and we will get you back to the guys in studio who will bring you updates and insights from all of the area games that went on here tonight. What a fun night in Week 7, which sounds still so weird to say, Shannon, that we're already in Week 7, almost wrapping up Week 7.
Week 7, we're still wearing T-shirts and shorts. Hopefully the guys at the station are awake. I've seen all that food they've been eating. They're probably in a food coma.
Bolin under center. He'll turn. He'll give it off. Raymond, stutter steps outside, puts his head down. He'll pick up a yard, and he is finally wrestled to the ground.
Who's an outstanding wrestler at Indian Valley, just gets wrestled to the ground right there.
Raymond, the 5'4", 130 sophomore he's listed at, runs a little bit more stout than 5'4". Braves on fourth down will go for it here, likely another handoff. Credit where credit's due. Shannon Garaway had fight all night, but just ran into an Indian Valley team that has not lost since the regional rounds in 2023. Bolin gives it off. Fullback carry up the middle at the 10. Inside, now forward to the 6-yard line. And getting the carry that time was Caleb Reesner, the junior.
Yeah, Reesner. I'll always remember him for the big play he made in the state championship game. He got that fumble recovery on the kickoff that time that kind of switched the momentum. And he getting him some valuable offensive time tonight.
Fullback dive up the middle and a 10-yard pickup for him. Clock continues to roll. Indian Valley coaches heading down towards the sideline, is just about to wrap this game up and try to bleed the clock out. Bolin's going to go under center. Reesner, the fullback. Raymond, the tailback. And Bolin is going to take a knee. So Indian Valley more than content to let the clock continue to roll. And eventually, Shannon with the play clock and such, hand the ball back over to Garaway. Sign of respect between head coach Matt Lancaster and head coach Jason Wallach. We're not surprised by that at all.
Yeah, and Coach Lancaster has always done that. And a lot of people wonder why he does that. And he says, listen, we're not going to run the score up on teams. He said if a kid breaks free from the 50 and he runs into the end zone, he runs into the end zone. But we get down inside the 10-yard line, when we're up that big that late in the game, we're going to take a knee. It's just a show of respect.
Well, and correct me if I'm wrong, but Coach Lancaster has said in years past, look, when he started out here at Indian Valley, they were on the other side of the blowout equation. They went through having to deal with being on the, well, what would have been a running clock back then or would have been the lopsided scores, and they've gotten to the point where they are now. So says no one wants to go through that, and I think that's being a sign of respect is always a great thing to show, and some good sportsmanship out on the field.
Yes, and we've seen good sportsmanship by both of these teams tonight as far as the players helping each other up this night. Yeah, there was a couple, taunting early in the game out of bounds, and then there was one, tackle that
emotions running high,
pushed out of bounds. But for the biggest part tonight, both of these teams have played a very physical game, and they have both helped each other up. When a player was down hurt, the opposing player was yelling for a trainer to come over.
Or coming over and trying to offer him some help to get back up again. Bolin takes a knee on third down. We'll bring up fourth. There's a minute 40 on the game clock. Braves will kneel it out once again, and they will improve this season to 6-0 with the rest of their IVC slate ahead. Garaway will slip to 5-2. I would say if you're the Pirates, though, absolutely nothing to hang your heads about tonight. Think about it this way, Shannon. It was a 14-point game at halftime. Indian Valley gets 14 unanswered in this second half and stretches it out to this 28-point lead or 28-point win that they're going to enjoy tonight. I'd say that there was plenty to improve on from both sides, though, because we mentioned all the mistakes from both sides.
Yeah, and like so with Indian Valley, they had that bye week, and then they come off and had a couple games right there that kind of their starters were pulled early in the second quarter, and they haven't really got to play a full game. And tonight the starters go in late into the third quarter, early into the first quarter, I guess the fourth quarter, and with Coach Lancaster with the postseason coming up, you got to start. You want to get reps with your number ones. But at the same time, you don't want to overwork and hurt them in a game that is this physical when the score is what it is. And with Coach Wallach, he's got a lot of young players that they're still trying to figure out where they want them. And to go against a very solid team like Indian Valley, they got a lot of experience tonight. They just got to kind of correct some things.
And Garaway comes out on offense, and the sign of respect shown back across the field as well, as they'll have Miller go ahead and drop down into a knee. Indian Valley improves to 6-0. Garaway down to 5-2. 40-12 is going to be your final score tonight. Now, we mentioned about some of the mistakes, but the big story of the night, Grady Kinsey, the senior tailback for the Indian Valley Braves, a record setter all throughout his career, now sits with the most yardage in a game, in a single game in Indian Valley history. I've got him down for 388. We'll try to verify what the exact total is. He also tonight ties the record for most touchdowns rushing in a game with 6 of them, now shared with 2 other players as well. Number 22 just continues to amaze us.
Yeah, and he's one of the best running backs in the state, and we don't say that because he's a local guy. If you get outside of our area and you talk to some of those guys, find out, what they all think about it too. They'll all tell you the same thing.
So we will be shifting gears and heading towards your Dumont Sporting Goods post-game show. When we return, we've got your final stat line and our McInturf Realty Player of the Game presentation as Indian Valley stays unbeaten, 40-12 over the Garaway Pirates. Stay tuned. We got more coming up with Big Z Sports.
We invite you to discover Keim Home Center in Charm, Ohio. Keim is your destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. From renovation and building projects to custom millwork needs, our team of experts work with both homeowners and professionals to bring your vision to life. Visit Keim Home Center in Charm or online at keimhome.com. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
This is Brian Williams, commercial lender with the First National Bank of Denison. The day you decided to open your business, you planted the seed. As your roots become stronger, the First National Bank of Denison is here to help your business grow. Strong businesses make strong communities, and because we live, work, and raise our families here, your business benefits us all. Whether you need more space, equipment, or inventory, come see us today for your next business loan. We are a local bank with local decision makers, and your success is our greatest reward. At the First National Bank of Denison, we have our roots where others have their branches. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Every day begins with purpose. Every job begins with precision. At Rightmark Roofing, we don't just install roofs. We build trust and forge relationships. We understand that your roof is more than just materials. It's protection. It's peace of mind. That's why we use high-quality products and expert craftsmanship. With a sharp focus, our team is always ready to hit the mark. Call Rightmark Roofing. Let's build a future that stands strong.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
Welcome back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio, and it is time for your Dumont Sporting Goods post-game show as Indian Valley victorious over Garaway 40-12. We got plenty of things that we can go through in terms of the stats, but there's one big one that's going to kind of over-encapsulate everything. 215 yards total for the Pirates tonight as quarterback Grady Miller, pretty efficient overall tonight with 138 yards through the air and 12 carries, 85 yards for Matthew Fry. Their touchdowns came by way of a pair of passing touchdowns as Miller linked up twice with his receiver in Jackson Garber, getting those 12 points on the board. That was what Garaway's offense was able to muster for Indian Valley with their victory tonight. Riker Williams at the quarterback position, very efficient, 11 for 13, 128 yards. He spread things out and found 4 different receivers that he linked up with. Leading receiver, 3 receptions for 40 yards for Colt James. But let's be honest, Shannon, we know what the entire story of the night is, and that is senior running back Grady Kinsey.
Yeah, just an outstanding performance, and he'll just tell you he lives for these kind of moments. This is what he's worked hard all those years in the weight room for, and he does a lot of off-season training. And at the end of the night, he was the piece that made it all go.
By our count, 26 carries, 388 yards, and 6 touchdowns. The 388 yards, the most in a single game in Indian Valley history, and the 6 touchdowns ties the record for most touchdowns in a game in Braves history. The senior continues to set a new level, and just think, there's still a lot of weeks of football left with this Braves team.
Yeah, a lot of football left, and and like you said, it comes down to a respect thing. So some coaches, they feed off of stats, and one thing Coach Lancaster and those guys don't do, they don't go and pad stat books. They make those kids play hard. When the game was out of reach, they pull them out. Tonight,
maybe it was a little bit different.
I think tonight they radioed down after that last touchdown and said, hey, Grady is sitting at 357 yards or whatever. He only needs 9 yards for the record. So they decided to put him in. He breaks that one. It goes up. They know he's got enough. They pulled him out. They could have easily left him in the game. He could have
went for another touchdown.
He could have finished it off. He could have put that record well into the 400s. That's not what they do. They won Week 7. Week 7's done. We're going to Week 8. We're 0-0 on to Ridgewood next week.
What a fantastic night of high school football in Week 7, and be sure to stay tuned because the guys back in studio are going to have you covered with the Dumont Sporting Goods postgame show. They're going to have insights and some updates from area coaches as they will be bringing you the updates for those final scores. Shannon, before I actually even kick it over there, I know we're going to steal some of their thunder. You got a scoreboard update for us.
Well, don't forget, you still haven't announced the McAturf Realty Player of the Game.
Look, man, we're going to get there, and I think everyone who's tuned in right now has got it figured out, but go ahead.
So our McAturf Realty Player of the Game was a tough decision tonight.
Okay.
Actually, it was a tough decision.
Oh, you're just going to go ahead and steal the thunder now.
Because we didn't know what shirt we were going to give him.
Well, yeah, okay.
So our McAturf Realty Player of the Game is Grady Kinsey.
26 carries, 388 yards, 6 touchdowns. If you hadn't put 2 and 2 together yet from that. Anyway, the scoreboard update, Shannon, from all the other games going on tonight in Z Country.
A Stocker Concrete scoreboard update, as I see all kinds of callers coming up on it, so I don't know if somebody's adjusting it or not.
I'll let you figure that
New
out.
Philadelphia picks up the win over Madison Comprehensive 35-21. Malvern in the fourth quarter leads Buckeye Trail 54-22. Dover gets the win over Worcester 42-14. East Canton picks up the win over Strasburg 14-3. Claymont defeats Tusky Valley 41-0.
Apparently something's being typed because Shannon's looking at it.
Adam's updating the scoreboard. So you'll have to go over to Big Z Sports and recheck the ones I've already said. But Ridgewood picks up the win 48-7 over Sandy Valley. Newcomerstown and TCC broke out into a basketball game. That one ended up with Newcomerstown winning 70-40.
Yeah, I had to read that a couple times.
Connaught Valley pulls away in the fourth quarter. They're now up 42-26 over Frontier. Alliance 41, Carrollton 28 in the fourth quarter. Manchester 42, Fairless 13. That game is final. And Indian Creek leads Harrison Central 35-21. And the one that he adjusted was the Malvern score, as Malvern Buckeye Trail is final at 54-22.
Appreciate the update, Shannon, and that will do it for today's presentation of high school football. But don't go anywhere. The guys back in studio have you covered with the Dumont Sporting Goods postgame show at 99.9 and eventually joining at 100.9 FM as well. Thanks for tuning in, whether it was here on air with us or on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. Your final score, Indian Valley tops Garaway 40-12. Don't go anywhere, Z Country. We'll be back at a high school again near you soon.
Thanks for watching this Claxon Communications production of High School Sports on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. For the latest news and scores, follow Big Z Sports on Facebook, on Twitter at @Big_Z Sports, and on Instagram. Don't miss any of the live stream coverage all season long by simply subscribing for free to Big Z Sports on our YouTube channel. For the best in high school sports coverage, there is only one Big Z Sports.